So, we are beginning the first actual session of Dark Side of Silver's. Uh, I welcome all of you back, one sense or another.
Hello.
I'm very
Hello.
excited. And so, we return to the city of Vid. Last time, the Flimsy Wyvern crew gathered on the main tavern they call home, when Jonas, an affable and energetic halfling, entered. Looking battered and bruised, he offered his services to the guild, as he always has for months now, Jacobly, and was largely ignored by Thomas Flinworthy, the owner of the tavern. The cleric, Grace, took Jonas aside and asked him to gather some wood from the nearby general store, before learning the boy had been roughed up by an opposing guild from a nearby. Jonas left, having been assigned a task, and Nanala, the tabaxi pickpocket Thomas, sent her to find the individuals who decided to beat up on the halfling, because as annoying as Jonas is, he's still part of your district. Some conversation happened, and the party was informed of an extortion task they'd need to deal with before Anala was returned, having been captured by a group of thugs, who thumped the door until the party greeted them to have Anala thrown into the room. The thugs declared they were there to leave a warning that the district was theirs, and if the Flimsy Wyvern crew knew what was good for them, they'd keep to themselves. Unsurprisingly, a fight broke out where it was clear the newcomers underestimated the strength of the Flimsy Wyvern crew. After a brief skirmish, only 2 thugs were able to escape with their lives. 2 more were sent with a message back to where they had been hired, supposedly by a gang leader at the tram station, center of the city. Now, it is the following morning. You stand across the street from Whitaker's General Store. Thomas made it clear he ought to have approximately 400 gold extra from the games he ran for the crew. He also made it clear the old man should survive the encounter. Mellipula Street is busy this time of morning, but the suns are on your side. Pyrrhus and Tyrrhus gleam and twinkle as they rise, their light shining down on your backs as you look at the glass windows of the general store itself. The glare they provide will likely keep any passersby who are too curious from seeing what might happen inside. But there are several Ceresian watchmen making their way up and down the street. They will likely need to be bribed if things get messy, which, remember, they're not supposed to. The general store is a humble building, wooden and sturdy, but not beautiful. An open sign sits against the facade of the structure, and even as you watch, a pedestrian emerges from the door, hands full of supplies in a wooden crate. The more perceptive of you notice, as you loiter on Mellipula Street, that several passersby may have noticed you. You have been working here for months, some of you years. Most who live here know not to trifle with you, especially not here, Wyvern territory. The sharpest among you will note that one of the guards has definitely made a note you're here. But standing on the side of the street isn't illegal, right? So how do you want to handle this?
Okay, so we're supposed to run extortion here?
Supposed to collect some debts from this gentleman who runs the shop here. Am I correct?
I mean, if we don't get anything illegal that is traceable, we're just going in to have a conversation, right?
Right.
Ooh, that's correct. Who amongst us has the most persuasive skills?
Oh, I can.
Me.
You?
Yeah.
Sometimes I
pretty
can be
persuasive.
persuasive.
I'm not proficient in that.
I'm pretty persuasive.
I would.
Let's just say, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm probably a 5.
Oh, I am not a
Well,
That's pretty
5,
good.
so I gesture for you to go first. Let's go say hi. And so we're walking in, and the guards are just outside the general store?
They are making patrols up and down. This is pretty typical. They don't stop you as you're approaching the general store because there's nothing unusual. So you're all of you are heading into the shop right now?
I'll go in, with her.
I'll
remember.
stand outside.
Yeah, that sounds good. Outside.
I'd like everyone who is standing outside. Exception.
All right, let's hope this works, because
That's
it was
exactly
giving me
how I feel.
errors with roll 20.
Okay.
Or not roll 20. Beyond 20. There you go. That's what I was saying.
You're just supposed to be able to grab it and then drag it over? Is that it?
Sorry?
Hey!
You can either use your character sheet in Vault TT in Foundry, or you can install the Beyond 20 add-on to your Chrome, Firefox, whatever browser you're using, and Beyond 20 will allow you to just roll in D&D Beyond. But you should be able to just roll from your character sheet in Foundry.
I think I'm gonna do that.
There's nobody else here.
Well, who's going inside?
I'll go inside.
I'll go with it. That Zildjian, right? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Zildjian?
Yep.
Zildjian. Okay. I'll go inside with Zildjian.
I'll join you, gentlemen, as well. And before I step inside, I'm going to use this ability called Psychic Whispers. I can choose 2 creatures, or up to my proficiency bonus, which is a 2, as an action, and I roll my psionic energy dice, a d6. So for 2 hours, I have a telepathic link with 2 people. So I'll
Right.
link up with Grace, and would Gidoni allow Elijah to link up telepathically?
Sure, it seems practical.
Okay. I'll do Grace and Gidoni.
Is this the sort of thing that you or maybe familiar with this?
Maybe once before, but it's kind of new. And he's not really like sure if what the range is, how long it'll work for. But
I'm sure you would have mentioned it to us at least once.
Yes, at least once.
So yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay. All right. So mental bond. Those of you who enter Whitaker. This is a small little wooden general store as supplied. You are aware that there are steps to go down into a much larger than the shop would imply gaming room. All sorts of illegal tables, card and dice games ready for people to spend their money when perhaps. Standing behind the counter, pull this up without making things. Here we go.
Let's hope so.
You see an old man. You know this man. Seen him before. Everyone knows. That's what he looks like.
Hell yeah.
And as you enter, he looks up at you and he says, "Oh, good morning, fellas. How can I help you? Almost after some more pipe weed, as it were."
I'm just gonna kind of look down at Zildjian, and I'm having a really hard time remembering names after this day I had.
Elijah.
Elijah. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Elijah and Zildjian, kind of see how they handle it.
My computer is messing up. I do apologize. So Zildjian is not currently. Yeah, my
He's-
computer's messing.
He's got a little loading wheel. So
Yep.
Do you have hardware acceleration turned on?
I don't know.
You should probably turn that on. It would help a lot in Foundry.
I don't know how to do that.
Are you running Google Chrome?
Yes.
Okay, so
Go ahead and sort that out. We can take a brief pause.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. It makes a huge difference. I don't know how to do it.
alright, so you want to go ahead and click the 3 dots in the top right hand corner, like underneath the X.
Yeah, I got that.
You want to click on settings.
Yep.
And then you want to hit the advanced tab. I don't use Chrome, so I'm going off of a website.
I'm just gonna type in, what's it called? Accelerate.
Hardware acceleration.
Okay, so under Google Chrome, I just found it. You click on
Use-
settings,
Yeah, it's on.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think you might have showed me how to do that last time.
okay.
Okay. Okay, it reloaded. I now see our names like flies buzzing around this general store.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, I'm in.
Did you see the image of Whitaker?
No, I do remember that I bit the tip of his finger off before, so he and I are pretty familiar.
That's what he looks like.
Yep, that's him. It tastes like. Oh man, his fingers taste like salami.
Well, with that memory fresh in down the Zildjian, and he's you're not here for the rest of me.
Yeah, not if you taste like that anymore, I ain't.
I haven't showered since.
Okay, so no, we're good.
We're not here for any body parts or any tobacco, I don't believe. But I believe we are here for a certain amount of money that is owed to us.
Yeah, so you might as well pay up.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I am starting to get a little hungry.
I paid my protection fees for.
I don't think we're here for protection fees.
Well, that's all I owe you. That was the arrangement. And you see, he looks underneath his counter, and he begins like pulling out paperwork as if there's a receipt, sort of thing.
I believe the cut for the game that was ran is we're expecting quite a big tip for that big game you it was a game, wasn't it? It was like a poker game.
Yeah, it was a game.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't run a game.
Well.
I haven't run a game in weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Yep.
Go inside. See how old man Whitaker's poker face. He's not being honest with you. He suddenly looks nervous. It looks as though you know something he did not think you would know.
Listen, man, just give us the money that Thomas is owed, and we'll be out of your hair.
You don't understand. Business has been slow. I haven't got any extra money for Tom.
Interesting.
Are you gonna try and elaborate with that intimidation check, or that's it?
I'm just standing there like a foot shorter than him, smoking a pipe. You know what we're talking about.
I assure you,
11.
Master Deep, no, I don't.
11's not gonna do much.
No, it ain't. He doesn't seem intimidated.
Okay.
It's because I use my charisma.
What is his name again?
Whitaker.
Whitaker, sorry.
Yosef Whitaker, if that's important to you.
Joseph Whitaker. All right. And the barkeep is our boss, correct?
Yeah, he pays
He's
you.
the one who gave he's the one who gave us this task.
Correct.
And his name?
Thomas.
Thomas. Okay.
Thomas Flynn, real cool guy.
So Whitaker, I'm gonna
Sorry,
use
I
my
don't
persuasion
remember.
here.
I don't remember your name. I haven't seen you around.
My name is Elm, and our boss, he seems to recall a lot more than you, and we're under quite the order to collect, and we don't want to get violent with you. I'm gonna be as persuasive as I can, so
Okay.
and
Trying
I
to charm the
Yeah.
Whitaker. Okay, roll. Damn. Right.
Oh
26.
shit, balls.
When I detect that Whitaker's lying, I'm gonna telepathically convey that Whitaker is being a little bit difficult and it may take a little bit longer than usual.
Oh, if we need time,
You
I can
want
give-
me to come in?
I can give him my time.
Well, I just wanted to give you an update, Gidoni.
I'll be doing my nails.
So with that strong,
Like, that's a strong wink at Whitaker.
you've made him question his current romantic interest. He heads to the right in front of that window. He opens up a box and he begins looking through it, and you see this box is it's a metal lid on this window. He opens it up, it covers up like half the window, huge, as he's sorting through the.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, outside, with a 24 perception check, you notice you don't immediately like see anyone or anything, but you suddenly get the feeling you're being observed more than you already were. Grace?
Hello, can you hear me?
And now.
Yep.
Back. All right. Being connected to Elijah, I'll talk to him. I'll go. So I don't want to alarm you, but I think we have eyes on us out here.
I hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Grace. I will, as he's like as Whitaker is sorting through his stuff at the window, I'm gonna hop over the counter and join him behind the counter.
Okay.
And just kind of like pressure, like just my presence. I want my presence to pressure him
So
into.
as soon as you do, you see this box full of nonsense. And he looks over his shoulder at you and he says, "Excuse me, Elijah, I can't have you in my personal space."
I'm just making sure everything's on the level.
It certainly
No.
is. Please go back to the other side of the counter. We can...
No, I don't mean to alarm you, Mr. Whitaker, but have you been asking for extra protection from someone else?
Roll a persuasion.
I'm gonna use a new ability, psionic power, the psi bolstered knack, which is a bonus action if you fail an ability check using a skill or a tool which you have proficiency in. I can roll a psionic die, which is a d6, and add it to the score.
Okay.
So that's a 15.
Okay. He looks at you as he seems to consider past him. He says, protection now. I've been working with fellas for a long time. But you might not be the biggest fish in the town.
That's so. You want to elaborate on that, Mr. Whitaker?
I don't even know places, but I know there's, and it's scary.
I pointedly look at Z and Elm. And just kind of like look at them in the way that, oh, it's those guys from that visited us yesterday.
It's probably those guys we killed.
Oh, you hurt my feelings, Whitaker. I give him another
Elijah
wink.
nods.
I pull out the eyeball and show him.
Okay, so it's the next morning, so it's like flat and deteriorated. Gross.
I still love it.
I'm really happy for you. Whitaker looks at this weird, mottled, squished mass of cornea, and he just... You do things differently where you're from, huh, Zildjian? I don't have...
I do things very different.
I can't. Look. I know they're looking. And I know they made a lot of threats. Especially to me. So, yes, I did run a game. Caught me there. But I really don't have anything.
Well, we're here
All right,
for what you got, so you might as well give it to us.
How much profit did you make off this game?
That's what I didn't... you can go ahead and roll... Are you trying to be intimidating, or are you trying to charm this out of him? Because you are, like, up in his face, so...
I am trying to be more persuasive than intimidating.
Okay. The DC's a little higher, because you are in his bubble, but go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
Mr. Personal Space.
Guidance.
17.
No, that's a snap. That's a snap thing. I don't want to use guidance.
No, I was just joking. I'm a rogue.
The rogue gives guidance now.
Fair enough. But yeah, 17.
He looks at you, and he looks at the rest of you, and he says, look, I didn't make any names.
Well, we have reason to believe you did, Whitaker.
Guys, maybe he's telling the truth.
Why don't you roll an insight check?
When he says that, I'll back off. I'll actually turn my back to him and start like.
I think he's telling the truth.
I'll back off and I'll just like turn my back to him and start like looking behind the counter for anything interesting.
Roll investigation.
Oh, jeez.
10. Like, you don't even know what you're looking at back here.
Not really.
Why are we even here?
You see, there's like the backs of all sorts of boxes. There's assortments of like ammunition. There's various blends of like pipe tobacco and just like manuals that people would come in and pick up for whatever it is they're trying to do. You don't see anything that looks like, hey, there's stuff hidden here.
We were told it was
All right.
400 gold that we're trying to get from him.
That's what you were
Okay.
told.
I'm gonna try to talk to Elijah again. What is going on in there? What is taking you so long?
He says he made no profit off of the game he ran. We're working on it. We're trying to be a little more graceful about things.
Yeah, we might not have time for graceful.
I'm gonna
It might, honestly,
gonna
it might
hop
be
down off
those
the
guys.
counter and walk over to Whitaker.
Okay, you do that.
It might be those.
He's tucked in the corner here. Like, he's
Yep.
right by the box near the window. And Elijah just backed away and turned around to, like, do other stuff. And you basically fill the space that he just left. So now Whitaker's looking down at you.
I'm gonna grab his wrist.
Well,
He doesn't want you to. So
I'm gonna grab
contested athletics. Roll athletics. He will as well. Yeah, he is an old man. So do it.
oh,
Okay.
whoa. Hold your horses, buddies. Let
Whitaker,
me...
give us our money now.
He's so it was like this nervous, like false confidence that he was showing before, but now that you actually have hands on him, you're afraid. He says, I don't have. What do you want from me?
We want what our boss is owed. And we ain't leaving until we have 400 gold worth of something.
You see his face kind of goes pale.
Well,
Why don't you roll an intimidation there, Zildjian? I'll say you have an advantage because you won an athletic skill check. 19. You have advantage, so go ahead and roll it again.
Okay.
21. Okay. Before I address that, Grace and Gidoni,
Hi.
you're alert now, especially now that you feel like you're being. And as you guys are looking around, trying to get a feel of what might be watching you, you hear a kind of telltale call from right here. You all mind telling me why you're standing outside Whitaker's looking like you're up to no good? And the guard.
I give him a big smile. And
Looks to me like a lookout.
really, I'm just waiting for a friend.
Mm-hmm. With your other friend?
There's too many people inside, sir. It
yes.
gets crowded.
If we all went in at the same time, we'd be making him feel uncomfortable. And he might even be worried that we were doing something improper. So we were giving comfortable distance.
Once they're done in there, I thought we might all go for a drink. Would you care to join us?
Now, Gidoni, this isn't my time here. In Wyvern, as you like to call it. And now as he says that, you realize behind the helmet, you know this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is Corporal Nording. You've seen him before. He has been known to be bribed before, but he also has been known to just not care and call and blow the whistle. So you see the other two guards behind him are very much looking up to him to see what he is a large human.
Okay. Gidoni says, well, I'm sure we don't want to be any trouble, Corporal.
Well, I couldn't have guessed anything else. What about you two here? What are you all doing?
I'm just waiting for my turn in the shop.
Whitaker's popular today.
So I've heard. I heard he's got this new line of tobacco in, and I'm raring to try it.
I am just a poor lad. I am just out for a walk today, and besides, I find smoking to be, it's not for me.
So what you doing outside the general store, where they sell smoking apparatus?
You mean, what am I doing in the town that I live in?
Loitering. With two very suspicious people, while you yourself are covered in black, in the middle of Pyrrhus's holy heat.
Oh, Corporal, suspicious. I'm so offended.
Mhm.
He is not. He is not. What is it? Off put by my mask that I'm also wearing. If he's going to say that I'm looking suspicious, I thought he would notice that as well.
He's kind of gesturing to all of you.
All of me. It's a very comfortable look. I think everyone's going to be wearing it sometime soon in the future.
Uh-huh. Feel like I've heard that one
Um,
before.
I'm gonna kind of walk up to him and just be like, look, I mean, we really don't want any trouble here. We're just waiting our turn to get our items.
Grace. I didn't wake up. Fucking jerked around.
No, but maybe
But
you
I
woke
thought
up
you
this
enjoyed
morning.
that.
You're not my type, Gidoni.
Gidoni,
I know, it's so
please.
disappointing.
Not
How
enough
about
meat
this?
on you.
How about we have just a nice little conversation here? You know, maybe you walk away with a little bit more in your pocket.
Oh? What did you have in mind, Grace? Out here in broad daylight, but Garrison
I don't-
watching it.
Wait.
Nothing but a nice conversation and maybe some good drinking money for you later tonight.
Roll persuasion.
Oh God.
You can have advantage because Gidoni's trying.
Okay.
I'm so
and Renar
helpful.
is also kind of helping. Yes.
I should have guidance myself. Fuck.
16. Well, you already have advantage. Before
Yeah.
probably would have been something. He looks at you and he says, "No, you're lucky on him noon today."
Well, I'm glad it's the day of all days we ran into you then. I'll pull out 20 gold and
20 gold.
kind of give him
What?
All right.
give him a handshake.
What?
You guys didn't see it.
No?
With the tinkling of coin clattering between hands.
Did I see how much he pulled out? Or did you sleight of hand that, or did you just
I'll
pull it out?
sleight of hand it because I'm trying to hide it.
How do you sleight of hand 20 gold?
We'll
Well, if
figure it
it's 2
out.
platinum, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll tell you,
that's
Zildjian
different.
couldn't.
Go ahead, roll slight.
Love
Oh
it.
yeah, you guys probably see that shit. It's real bad. It's real bad.
With a 5, you drop one of platinums.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gidoni looks a little cross-eyed for a second.
You watch as, with what looks like a practiced movement, and in gauntlets this must be hard to do, Corporal Nording tucks a platinum up into the sleeve of his. Says, "Oh, look at that. Must have dropped one of my linkages." Bends down, picks it up, and says, "Don't waste too much time. People might think you're up to trouble." And he kind of tips his helmet and walks on by. And the other guards look at Grace.
Thank you for the warning, Corporal. Pleasure as always.
He, without looking back, he kind of taps the top of his helmet and says, "Just doing my civic duty."
Honestly, I was
Indeed.
expecting him to flip me the bird.
Okay.
What was that?
Well,
Mm,
we do need to keep a lower profile. With drinking money like that, he's going to suspect that something very serious is happening right here.
We could have had him killed for that much money.
Well,
Fine, that's fine.
I mean, you could have gotten him killed for less than that, to be honest. He's not
Good
exactly
point.
the most popular. Anyway,
Let me
Let's
tell
go.
you, it's always good to have a guard in your pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
we're going to talk to you about your pricing scheme later, but for now, let's just see if they can hurry it up in there.
Okay, well,
Now,
that was
Mr.
Yeah, I'm immediately gonna when it's applicable, I'm gonna go inside.
now, Mr. Whitaker, this ammunition here, how much did that run you? How much do you charge for it?
10 gold for a box of 10. Why am I still Corporal
Um,
Nording? Sorry. 10 gold for a box of 10.
And how many boxes do I see here?
On the shelf, right in front of you, you see 3 boxes. There might be more, but just with that stellar investigation.
Now, I think we'll take 10 of the ammunition.
I don't. Fellas, you really can't just come in here. That's not how this. This is not how this agreement works.
I reach into my pocket with my left hand, holding his wrist in my right hand, and I pull out his tip of his finger and the dwarf's eyeball, and I just put it gently into his palm, and then close his fingers very gently.
Okay.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. He feels the terrible texture of the objects placed in the palm of his.
I just want you to know how important this is.
Okay.
Give us the money.
So, roll me one last intimidation to complete the skill challenge. Success or fail.
Okay.
I'm going to spell how this works.
I'm going to use my inspiration from last time.
Well, wait until.
Can I assist with this?
No, you're fucking with ammo. You can use that inspiration after your roll, so decide if you want to spend.
Okay.
21's. That's a success. So you probably don't need to.
Okay.
He says as his face is white, and you can see his eyes beginning to water at fear or the prospect of talking about. He says, "All right, okay."
Now, Whitaker, it doesn't have to be gold. It could be spread out amongst your inventory if you would like.
He's like pinching the bridge of his nose, struggling with his other hand, obviously.
Yeah.
And he says, "All right, okay."
That is a boy.
This
And I'll hop over the counter again, back on the proper side.
half a week, maybe 4 days. This fellow with blue tattoos came in, made a big muck, forced the run that you were here talking about. Took over all of downstairs, left me a tip. Specifically, that none of the should find out about this.
Okay, but we did.
Yeah, fucking clearly. Zildjian. He points across behind you guys at the stack of canned foods, just all of them. And
No,
now
no
that
thanks,
he's,
I'm not hungry.
will you just look where I'm pointing?
Okay, where?
At that one, up higher.
Oh, it's as high as I can look. I'm a gnome.
At the top of the pile of cans, for everyone who can see that high, in the back of the stack, there is a can that looks like it has been resealed. And you wouldn't have noticed it, but he's pointing it out to you.
Gross.
I'll hop back over and I will retrieve that can.
It feels very heavy.
Huh. This is quite heavy for a can of beans.
With a kind of a frown, he takes the can from you and pulls a old style can opener from behind the counter and peels it open. And inside is platinum. What'd you say?
It was in my pocket. Sorry, my wife was asking for the key to the van. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. He peels off the top of this can, and inside is an assortment of gold and platinum.
There we go.
It's all there.
Okay.
Now maybe get out of my shop so I can have a panic attack.
Okay.
Here's smoking can help that. But thank you. And I'll take the can and hand it over to Elm for safekeeping.
At this point, Grace comes into the door. And it's like, what the fuck's taking so long?
You know, Mr. Whitaker,
Grace. Yes.
I hope
Do
you
you
have
have-
decided to pay up.
Oh, fuck off.
No, because now you owe me 20 gold, and I will be back tomorrow for that.
Whitaker, who already looks on the verge of tears, he's white-faced and he's shaking, having handed over the can of money that wasn't his.
I pluck 2 platinum out of the can and I toss it over to Grace. Leave the old man alone. He's fine.
He's
All
gone through
right.
enough, Grace.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have had this problem if he was quicker. I'll just go and
He's
head out the
under-
door.
Okay.
Mr. Whitaker, we're on the lookout for this gentleman with the blue tattoos. And hopefully we can persuade him to leave this area. And things will get back to the way they were. I apologize for the pressure.
I hope. But he said he's not leaving until he finds what. I don't know what.
Well, what he's looking for is our blades. That's what he's looking for. And he'll find them soon enough. Thank you. And I'll leave.
Okay. Zildjian, do you do anything else?
Yeah, so I'm just standing there this whole time. I've just been slowly smashing that eyeball in his hand with his own fingertip. And I'm just going to like jump up, snatch the beanie off his head, turn around and follow.
Elm, do you do anything?
Yeah, after they kind of both leave,
He looks
I'm gonna go
very
up to-
distressed with it.
yeah, I'm gonna go up to Whitaker, and I'm gonna go up to him and in like a dual tone voice, like male yet female. I'm just gonna whisper in his ear, "Thanks for cooperating," as like charming as I can.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna, and then I'm going to tell him I'll repay his favor and wink at him with a persuasion. Just trying to charm him to. How do I do this? Features. How do I roll this? Standard.
What are you trying to?
Oh, the proficiency. No. Okay. I'll just just this.
Oh, it's just a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay. He kind of puts his hands on his counter, still shaking, but
see.
nods.
As I turn around and walking out the door, I tell him that's a promise, and I leave. Like that was seduction too. That wasn't. I was trying. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel bad for the old man, so I'm gonna give him something nice.
All right. Noted. You guys spent a good while in the shop trying to the funds from Whitaker. As you emerge out on Mellipula Street, guards, they have gone away, it seems. You don't see them. Perhaps after the bribe, they decided that was enough to make their time worth it and went to go collect on drink. As you all emerge on the street, I'd like perception checks from all of you.
Okay. Can I guidance myself?
Yeah. Sure.
I'm so glad I got everything set up properly so you can see the 3 that I just rolled.
So it goes.
Yup.
So 26.
Out of 26. Out of 20. Alright. Music for the changes. As you guys emerge out onto the street, the first thing that you see, standing in the middle of the street, that doesn't really make like a whole lot of difference right now during the day, but at night it is of huge benefit to all of you who've ever tried to do anything at night, is the moon tower that watches. It basically stands really high in a lot of junctions around the town. It gathers up moonlight and spreads it out all over the streets around. It's not particularly bright, but it is better than nothing. With that 26 on perception, you catch a flit of movement on the far side of the tower. Movement that doesn't strike you as that of the typical passersby, commoner. Too hasty. Someone who was moving, hoping they weren't.
Okay, and would I know that there's only one way down that tower?
They weren't on the tower. Behind it.
Oh, okay. Well then I'll
Using
tell
the
the
tower
group.
as cover.
Yeah, I'll tell the group. Somebody's behind the tower watching us. I think they're trying to make a break for it.
So,
Alright.
should we should I follow
Well.
them?
Keep an eye, but be subtle.
Okay.
Of course.
I just turn invisible.
Subtle.
Roll stealth.
Real subtle.
advantage.
Real subtle.
Yep.
I'll keep an eye on. I will keep an eye on the group, but I'm just gonna blend in, and I'll just like Assassin's Creed into the crowd.
Okay.
Oh
Does
wow.
nobody know the
13.
meaning of
I
subtle?
am not quiet.
All right. So are you heading toward the tower to see what it was, or are you heading down the street? What's the plan?
We're heading down the street, like going back to home base, but keeping an eye on where he went and seeing if he follows or not.
And I'll use my D6 second use of that.
Zildjian, why are you rolling that with advantage? Visible?
It's my Sverf Neblin.
Oh,
Camouflage.
of course. Yeah. Right. And Gesundheit.
Yeah. I had to actually look up how to say it.
Verfneblin.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an annoying word.
Sverf Neblin.
22 stealth.
All right. So, the most noticeable one of you is the invisible person.
By
Funny.
noise.
Yeah, you're just,
Yeah, I mean,
as you guys are pushing through the crowd, task mostly completed.
I mean, should I be? I mean, I didn't think Gidoni was going to be doing the following thing, so that was why I wasn't rolling stealth. I could though, if I'm otherwise going to get left behind.
You see your party suddenly trying to be very discreet, so you might.
So
Uh,
yeah, I'll just try and
I'm
roll
not.
stealth and just be,
Yeah, I'm just
I'll-
walking like normal. So.
yeah. Well, I'll just fly casual.
Oh, okay. Well, if
But I'll
Grace and
roll a
Gidoni are
stealth
not
the-
being sneaky.
Well, we're just walking, right? We're flying casual. I'm gonna
Yeah,
window
exactly.
shop. I'm
Okay.
gonna see if there are any cool shoes around.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just splitting up away from the group to not be so conspicuous with them, and I'm just gonna be basically just separating, keep an eye on the group and keeping an eye on
Okay.
whoever.
So when you guys are
Keep an eye for
stealthing,
those
you're
military
moving
fashions.
slower than people who are just. So,
Right.
the people who are just walking are going to go. They're going to be ahead of you. Like, okay. If you're splitting up to try and be less noticeable, Elijah, that's fine. But you're going to be separated.
Okay.
As is Elm and Zildjian.
I'm not even here.
Right?
If that's the case, I'm just gonna match the. I'm gonna walk kind of next to Grace, and I'm just gonna match his footsteps to hide
Okay.
mine.
That does explain why your stealth check was dog water. You're just kind of walking. All right.
That's my favorite. Dog water is just my favorite go-to.
I'm just gonna try to match the footsteps of the visible people.
Okay. Gidoni, you're window shopping. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Shoes, but also I'm keeping an eye out to see if I think anybody's tailing us.
Or perception? 13. Okay.
That is that. I don't know if that's a tale for. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Were you about to make a tail joke?
I was making a stupid joke about not knowing if my role was for finding shoes or for finding a tail. But please.
You find shoes.
ignore
They're in
my-
the windows. It's not hard to find
Okay.
them.
All right. I found shoes. What?
And whether you want to buy them or not is up to you. However, with 13, you're not certain of any.
Okay.
Everyone trying to be sneaky, keeping an eye out. Why don't you describe how it is that you're trying to look for... there's this crowd that is moving up and down the street. And you're sneaking, so how is it that you are Assassin's Creeding and trying to find whoever it is that might be tailing? Because there's a lot of people.
About how many?
Hundreds?
Son of a bitch.
It's a very...
Yeah, we're like in a downtown shopping district right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why I was window shop. Okay.
This is a dense district, so it's the lower economic end of the city, but it's basically like a marketplace, which is why the Flimsy Wyvern works here.
Now, the only one who saw the guy of us is Grace, right?
Grace didn't see the guy. Grace saw a hint of movement behind the tower and thought that meant...
Okay, since I didn't actually see the tail, I'm more trying to be inconspicuous away from the group and keep my eyes on the group and make sure that if they are suddenly attacked, that I can join in right away. And basically, to be more inconspicuous, I'm going to be window shopping just like Gidoni is, basically.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, are there any fruit carts in this? Any carts of?
There are vendors
what's in the
lining
vendors?
the
Yeah.
street up and down.
Buy cabbages.
Yes. There are people that sell
Alright.
small handmade wares. There's food. There's produce. There's recent hunting spoils, basically, that are being sold all up and down the street. This is common for the center of Silver's Reach. People come, try and make what little money they can off people that exactly is.
If there's a fruit cart on the way, I will sleight of hand a piece of citrus and like plop down like a silver for it. I'm not gonna I'm sleight of handing it into my hand, like just being cool about it, but I'm paying for it.
Okay,
as
roll
well.
sleight of hand to see how cool you are.
Okay.
And before you drop
As
it,
you
step on it.
overpay for a fruit.
It's fine. 24.
24. Yeah, you sleight of hand like this massive, strange fruit that doesn't seem to fit into anything in actual technology. But it's a honey lemon. You grab one, and they cost 2 copper. You put down a silver.
All right, that's fine.
You're
Oh,
reverse thieving. You're doing it wrong.
Elijah's
Okay.
from here. He's not going to steal from people who are hardworking, you know?
All right, so Elijah's doing that. Renar, what are you doing?
I am confused. We were just walking down the street, and all of a sudden, everybody's flying really casual. Are we shopping for shoes now? What is going on?
That is a good question. Grace said...
I'm always shopping for shoes, at least a little bit.
Grace
We
did
were
tell
walking
you.
at a nice clip. Now we're moving really slow, and I don't know where everybody is. Is it like the job's done and this is how we scatter?
Grace did tell you that he thought you were...
Yes.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Sorry.
And, no, you probably did. You probably did. So I'm like, all right. I don't want to look like I'm looking around, but I should go to scratch behind my my neck and just stretch around and take a look. Well, why don't we just try going around the block? After you make 4 turns, if somebody's still behind you, it kind of means something's going on.
a fair point.
Why don't you, as you're looking without trying to, why don't you roll either a perception or an insight check?
Oh, equally crappy. I'm going to stick with perception because I haven't rolled over a 5 yet.
Can I give him guidance?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
you
go.
can.
It's over a 5.
It
Yeah.
is.
You can add a D4 if, because I think Echo said it was fine.
Yes.
Whatever. Here,
For
okay.
guidance. Yeah.
I think I know how I hit the 1 and now I hit the roll
There it is.
and okay. There we go.
So 20. This is perception.
Yes.
You kind of glance over your shoulder. You're looking for anybody that looks like they're paying unnecessary attention to you, or they're heading in a direction where they can keep an eye on you. Now, I can't stress this enough. You're in a crowd. There's a lot of people. But a 20 is good. So, what you get is there are a number of people that are heading in a similar direction to that you are, that there seem to be leisurely moving, or at least keeping to be a similar pace as to what you guys are walking. Particularly in this part of town, Mellifluous Street, which is toward the center of the city, there's not a whole lot of horses or carts that are going to come through to split up the pedestrians, so the street is basically just full of people going about their business. As you guys near the corner and you're about to head around, you don't see anyone that you think specifically is following you. That doesn't mean there isn't, but it does mean that for the moment, you don't think there is.
Okay, and going around the block doesn't take us out of our turf, does it?
No. So if we're looking at the map, you see this blue outline in this area of the city. You might need to zoom in to see exactly what I'm talking about.
See it? Yeah. Okay.
This is your territory. Not a huge chunk, but, you know, honest work, right?
That's what we got.
It's actually the complete opposite of honest work, but
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys round the corner onto Turton Avenue. Let's hop
Wait.
over to Elm. You're invisible.
Yeah.
I need you to make a dex save.
Okay.
oh shit. Time for you to die. I'll miss you.
Bumping into people.
You were said there was no horses on this one.
Where do you do dex saves?
He said it wasn't often. Are you rolling on D&D Beyond or in Foundry?
In Foundry with my character. sheet.
So you click on the Dex attribute, and then hit saving
ability.
throw.
Oh, saving throw. Oh, okay.
When we actually have tokens for a battle map, it'll be a lot easier. A
Yeah.
14. You are walking, and you're kind of paying attention to what is showing, you know, in the windows as you guys are making your way. All the handmade wares. You're listening to the vendors, the busy nonsense going on the street. When there is either it's a child or it's a halfling, but it is running extremely fast and it is coming straight for you. And reflexively, with a 14, you manage to duck to the side as the kid runs right where you're standing. You don't make contact with the child, which would for certain give away that you're standing there and invisible. When you do that, you catch sight. You've turned to allow this kid to run by, and you happen to look directly to your left, and you see in the alley there is an individual who is across the street through the crowd, and you've made eye contact with him. He can't see you because you're invisible, but
Right.
it's clear for you he's looking at your party.
Oh.
Just for a split second, you catch him.
Right.
And then he turns back to look straight ahead as you guys are rounding the corner, and you see he does turn.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of say quietly to Grace and Gidoni. I'm pretty sure I just saw the man who is tailing us. As soon as we change the corner, I'm gonna break my. I saw like clearly his face, right?
Yeah, you did. You know what
Okay.
he looks like.
Okay, cool. As soon as we turn the corner and get out of his line of sight, I'm gonna break my invisibility and show you his face.
Okay.
Gidoni gives a little nod.
Elijah,
Mm-hmm.
you see the party rounds the corner. How close are you?
I'd say about. Sorry, excuse me. 15 feet away. Not too terribly far, but it's a packed. It's a packed street. Yeah. A lot of people.
It is packed, yes.
Okay.
Why don't you roll me an insight check?
Okay. It's. Hey, nice.
Yeah. You notice something. As the party rounds the corner, you see Gidoni nod her head as if she's responding to something. And then you see that on the other side of them, maybe couldn't be more than 10 feet away, there is an individual who looks as though they're wearing any commoner's clothes. Traveler's outfits, linen tunic, tall boots, whatever. But with your 20 and insight, you see they're moving with a purpose. They're moving faster than just a little bit, gently nudging their way between people. And with that 20 insight, you see their right hand is holding something, and you catch sight of steel.
Goodness.
Okay. I am.
Are we still telepathically connected?
I don't know.
How long does
Yes.
that last for?
2 hours?
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Well, actually, I should ask the DM. Has it been more than 2 hours?
No, it's been like 20 minutes.
Okay. I will quickly say, Grace Gidoni, someone's approaching you fast with a knife to your, and then I'll on a clock I'll tell them which direction they're coming from.
Does Zildjian hear that as well? Is he still telepathically linked?
It's just me and Gidoni.
It's just me. Yeah. I can only do 2 people for now. And then I will, as he's pulling the knife, I will. How far is he away from me? This gentleman.
20 feet from you.
20 feet. All right. I will slide in and try to disarm him
Okay.
stealthily.
Oh, you're trying to do it by surprise. All right.
Yes.
Roll a stealth.
Okay.
This guy is he's going to be trying to perceive a disadvantage. And don't know what he's doing, but there is a chance.
There is a chance.
Oh. No. He doesn't see. All right, so you try to disarm him. Go ahead and roll an athletics at advantage.
Okay. Natural 20. Woo!
I think he can roll. Try. I'm gonna reveal.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, you step up. You run up right next to him, right as he's about to close. It's clear his target is Grace. As he is about to raise the knife, and he's got it up at his shoulder, you step up and you catch the blade with your hand. Immediately. Are you wearing gloves?
I think he would be. I haven't said anything about it.
Decide
But
now.
what do you? You know, I won't say he's not wearing gloves.
He's not wearing gloves?
No, he's a sleight of hand guy, so he needs to have his feel.
Okay.
He needs to have he needs to have the touch.
You reach up and you swat the knife away. And immediately you feel this old, slick substance on the palm of your hand. Realizing that he's been caught, the man looks at you, and you get a good look.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, what's up?
I didn't roll my portents at the beginning of the session. Can I just do that now and tell you what they are?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I actually disarm this guy or no?
No, it was a tie, so I'm going to say you stop the attack.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Those are good.
Okay, I have now saved and recorded my portents as 14 and 20.
That is what he looks like.
Wow, what a charmer.
He is
Oopie.
sexy.
The instant that you manage to stop the attack, he uses his bonus action. And a cloud of mist closes down.
Well, since we were aware of him, would I have had a chance to do anything before he did that?
No way.
Okay.
It was too quick. It was way too fast.
All right, that's fair.
Did that cloud of mist look like Misty Step?
Yes, it did. To a wizard, you would know that spell immediately.
Can I quickly... Yeah, I can cast it. Can I quickly look around and see if there's anything within range that looks...
Like a cloud of mist? Yeah, go ahead and roll either investigation or perception.
I'm going to roll investigation for slightly better dice. 1 second.
Not bad.
So 23.
Back toward the other side of the street where you guys just turned off of, back toward Mellifluous, you see there is a couple buildings where there is a cranny, and then there's 3 would look like horse stalls or stables, that sort of thing. You see a cloud of mist appear in between 2.
I'm going to say there and then start heading in that direction.
Okay.
All right, well, we go.
All right, so the chase is on.
The moment I see him, I'm casting Hold Person.
Noted.
Woohoo.
I didn't break my invisibility yet, did I? Because
You did, to show us his face, remember?
You
said I break
Well,
my...
you said
He
you
said
were
he was
going to
going
do
to.
that, but I don't think that had
Oh,
happened
okay,
yet.
okay. I see.
So to everyone who doesn't have telepathic link, what you saw suddenly, just out of the blue, Elijah appears and swats a knife out of the just bats a knife attack away. You see this individual who was about to slash down with a knife. None of you noticed before. Their stealth was great. The only reason you saw it was because you recognized the intent with that high insight.
Oh.
This,
All right.
everyone else sees this man just suddenly fail the attack and immediately just book it after Misty stepping away. See Gidoni turn around and point there, and all of you can decide, is everyone chasing, or is it just individuals who just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bolt in that direction.
Okay.
But in reaction to getting cut on the hand, Elijah will put the hand in his pocket to wince a little bit at the pain. But he'll stuff his hand in the pocket just to hide the blood.
Okay.
There is no blood.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't get cut.
Oh, I thought I did.
No,
I
you
didn't have
felt
any
a
gloves on.
strange, slick substance on the blade.
Probably.
Oh, yeah,
poison.
probably
Oh.
poison.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I will look over to where Gidoni and I will decide to make chase with the rest of everybody.
Okay, what's
else.
everybody's movement speed?
I'm at 30.
30.
30 all over? Anybody faster
Yeah,
than that?
30.
The rogue,
So
30
obviously.
rogues
So
can
I'm at
dash.
30, but at the beginning, when we rolled the stealth, I also used the disguise self feature and turned into the small gnome baby that I just posted in
What
Discord.
What the fuck?
I love it. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Wherein,
Why?
wherein
I have a few ranged things that I could potentially
Well,
do.
okay, hold on.
So I didn't do it because I just did the thing. So you know.
Sure. I need some context here.
So I turned into this small gnome child looking for his parents, but I'm actually keeping an eye out and I just start walking towards the stables once all that happens.
Okay.
I am just imagining this picture with Zill's voice behind it, and it's amazing.
Have you seen my mom and dad?
Oh, good lord!
Mom and daddy.
Someone can help. Okay, Gidoni.
I needed it. Yes.
I've got a
You were doing. You said you had ranged things. You were doing something.
I said I have ranged things that I could theoretically do because we were asking about movement speed, but I didn't want to overegg the pudding by taking 2 actions in a row when we're all trying to do stuff. So,
All right. So here's how we're gonna handle this. Okay. This is a skill challenge. Everyone is chasing down this individual who has attempted to kill one of you. You all move at roughly the same pace. The rogues can use a bonus action to dash, which is faster than anybody else can. But for the sake of the skill challenge, if you want to do that, I'll say we can make a roll for that as a skill you'd use on the challenge, and that's it. And not everyone can do that all over. That would be extremely boring. As this chase begins, you all begin to run straight toward those stables. One of you looking like a strange gnome baby. As you emerge toward the stables, you are surrounded by people that are pushing through, and you know for a fact if you don't get through this crowd quickly, this dude's going to get away. So how are you going to handle that first obstacle? Any ideas?
I'm just gonna start crying.
Okay.
I shout fire.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So shouting fire, that's the first idea I heard that's probably feasible. So why don't you go ahead and roll a straight, I guess, persuasion, Renar.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Would
roll
it be
me persuasion.
deception?
Yeah, it would be deception. That would make sense because
Okay,
there's not
good.
actually a fire.
Yes.
Yeah, roll deception.
Deception. Okay.
And also
I got
elaborate.
23.
Oh, it did show up.
That's Gidoni's.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but
in
I haven't
the
rolled it
D&D Beyond, it shows 19 plus 4.
Oh, yep, there it is. There it
Thank
is.
you, because
Okay.
I didn't know why. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I gotta make sure it shows up. All right.
All right,
cool.
with a 23, I'd like you to elaborate on how you shout fire. Do you just go fire and everyone looks at you, or do you do anything else?
Beware, watch out, kind of, alarm. Everybody's gotta, take cover. Take cover, fire. There we go.
Okay, with a 23, the crowd is, at first they just are looking at you like, what the fuck? But then you start, as you elaborate, you say take cover and get out of here. The crowd begins to part as some of them are literally just hitting the dirt. But that does successfully give you guys enough space to get through into stables and beyond. As you guys are running, now we come up to the next obstacle. As you guys all see this individual climbing up onto the farthest building as he mounts up onto a rooftop and over and away. There's a brief moment where you've caught sight of him. He's about 45 feet away as you guys are running.
Does
Can I-
my hold person come in? Because that's what I said I was doing as soon as I saw her.
What is the range on hold person?
60 feet.
You can certainly try.
All right.
Dad, why are you leaving again?
Basically, what Elijah's going to contribute to this is, he's just going to be parkouring over obstacles, trying to close the distance that way.
Oh my god. I'm going to reveal this.
Fuck. All right.
Whoa.
Well, what can you do?
damn.
You reach out with the hold person. This is going to be your attempt for this skill, which is this is a fail on the skill challenge. The individual throws out one thing at a time.
Sorry.
Okay. As you throw out the hold person, you feel your magic reach out, and this individual just kind of looks back at you, smirks, and then continues over and out of sight over the rooftop.
Oh, diviner wizard in the party, do you foresee a different outcome for this roll?
No, I don't think that either of those rolls is low enough to help with this.
Oh, okay.
Because I rolled a 20 and a 14. Neither of those is going to help.
The DC is 14, so that is indeed wise on the divine to not try and swap that. Man, the dice are high today for everybody but Renar.
23.
My thought was to try Tasha's, which is a 90-foot range, so I might have a shot
He's-
at doing it before he gets away. But
We
you
can do
said
that
he
with the next
already...
challenge. This is
Okay.
that challenge is completed.
Got it. Understood.
So we have one success and one failure. You
Can-
guys
can I cast-
pursue. What'd you say?
Can I cast Earthbind when I see him?
Okay, so
I'm gonna let the magic users go for the next two skill challenges.
that is fair.
I'm just a child in pursuit.
Yeah, when do I get to roll for my run?
Well, you just run. If you want to use like acrobatics or athletics, we can handle that for the next stage here. As he has gone up on the roof and out of sight, you don't see him. You know he's running along the rooftops. What do you guys do?
I want to run and climb up and follow him.
Okay. Roll me athletics
would
or
like to-
acrobatics.
I would like to parkour and do the same.
You too can also roll athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yeah.
You have to please find it. I'm trying to make it link up. I got a 27.
So
27's
real
great.
quick, are you using Google Chrome?
I'm using Google Chrome. I got the two to link up for a little bit, and then I don't know why it stopped.
All right, so go to your D&D Beyond page and hit your little puzzle piece in the top right-hand corner.
Uh-huh. Oh, puzzle piece. Yeah.
Yeah, and then click on Beyond 20.
Right.
Okay, and then go to the Foundry page and do the same thing.
Oh, at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, and then do a test roll.
And then if you click on the Beyond 20 on Foundry, the Foundry page, it should have like click here to link the two.
It'll automatically link them as long as they're both open at the same time.
My nature.
How do you
Ugh.
determine your jump height?
For a running jump or a just straight up jump?
I guess running jump.
It is your strength score. Basically your total strength score is the number of feet you can in a running jump.
Okay. Can I cast 2 spells on this, or I can only cast 1?
One spell.
Damn.
Unless it's a cantrip and a bonus action spell. That's it. That's the only exception.
Action. 1 action. Dang it. Yeah, they're both 1 action. Because I was going to see if I could cast Jump, get on top of the buildings, and cast Earthbind, but can't do that.
I'm going to say that for the skill challenge, I'll allow 1 spell cast from each party member to attempt to succeed in the skill challenges. So,
Okay.
Grace's was hold person.
Yep.
You can offer other solutions, but
But I
spell-
can't cast another spell till next round, right?
correct.
Okay.
So with my acrobatics 23, how well did I do?
So the two of you, Elijah, you aren't quite as graceful as you scramble, jumping and dashing and wall running, trying to get up onto the rooftops as fast as this assassin did. And as you look up, you see Renar has basically hand-sprung up onto the rooftop from maybe he found a better vantage point, you don't know, but he's already up there. So Renar, you are gaining on him. And that was a success.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you got up top. Okay. Cool.
Yes. So now Renar, Elijah, and Zildjian are running on the rooftops. Renar is the closest one. Everyone else is running along the ground, trying to keep up, pushing through the crowds, doing what they can to catch up to this assassin. When the assassin suddenly leaps down onto the street, onto a cart that smashes downward, the horse immediately startling and the horse taking off. He's now in the back of a horse cart.
Okay. How far is he, and is this a new round?
Now he's 60 feet from those on the ground, 40 feet from those on the roof, and no.
Shit. Okay.
I'm
Wait a
gonna
minute.
double dash.
Okay, you do that. You have closed the gap a little bit. You're now... The horse is going fast. So as we're cut up this round until like it's 3 seconds past, you're now 30 feet away from him, but you're up on the rooftop. So
Yeah.
Very maybe.
I'm gonna be double dashing as well, so 90 feet.
right. So you are also 30 feet. You've caught up. The three on the rooftops are now caught up as you're trying to make your way on the rooftops, but he's being dragged by a horse.
Is there anything I can jump on, like a horse or a cart myself?
Roll a
Wait,
perception.
He's being dragged by a horse?
He's in a cart with a horse startled. And the cart is now rattling down Crest-Taken Street.
Can I see
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Renar, you see there is another, what looks like a food cart that a a vendor keeper is trying to, like, get ready for sales.
It's just bagels.
Perfect. I love landing on bagels. Can I make an acrobatics check?
Yeah, go for it. All right, so you jump off. Go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw. The DC is 10.
Strength saving throw.
This is just to
where
hold
do I...
onto the cart as the horse.
Are you rolling inside Foundry?
I'm doing it in Foundry now.
Okay, so you gonna go to attributes and click on strength and hit saving throw.
I think I got it.
Oh,
Not the saving throw.
That is. So you guys watch as this man jumps down onto a cart, and the horse begins rolling and running down the street. And as Renar jumps off onto another cart, you just hear as he slides off the top and slams onto the ground next to it.
Oh no! Oof.
Okay. I think I know what I want to do here.
That did not qualify as a fail, but it does put you a bit farther behind, Renar.
No, but when I'm lying on the ground, I said, "Diviner, do you see different?"
Okay, how far am I away from the horse and the cart?
You're on the ground.
How far? Wait, how far is he away from B?
You about 40 feet.
I can't help 40 feet out, I don't think. Wait, well, hang on. It's a creature I can see. I can see him.
Yeah, you watch. Yeah, you definitely see that. It looks like it hurt.
I might just substitute that 14 on the die for that.
Okay, so you make the strength saving throw 16.
Yes.
God, having a diviner is so nice.
All right, Renar. There was a brief moment where you hallucinate the pain as you slam into a cart. And
We
then
briefly
flat on the ground.
imagine just like face planting onto a cart, and Gidoni's like, "Weak."
Powerful imagination.
But that didn't happen. Your feet passed through the tarp on the top of the wagon, landing on a soft cushioning pillow of bagels and other assorted baked goods, and you land straight on the driver's seat. And the horse, immediately getting scared by this person, suddenly onto the cart behind him, just and you take off in the same direction as the assassin looks behind him, sees you running after him, and is now looking scared. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do on this stage of the skill challenge?
Yes.
Can I shoot the horse?
Elm
Day
has been
Day
trying to
hasn't
do
had-
something
yeah,
for a
okay.
while. Elm, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
How far is the horse and cart? In
60
front of me?
feet.
Can I cast Entangle?
You can try. I don't know what that spell does, particularly off the top of my head.
I will. Here, let me. Here we go. Did it? No. Info. There we go. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground 20-foot square, standing from point with range. Duration, these plants turn the ground area into difficult terrain. Creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed a strength throw or is restrained. So I'm using it on the horse and the cart to try to restrain the horse / make it difficult terrain to slow the cart down.
Okay.
Since I see.
I will roll a strength
get
saving
on the
throw
other
for the
horse.
horse.
Okay. So.
What's your DC?
Do I just cast a spell?
Yeah,
or-
it's just your spell save DC. It's on your character sheet.
Where is that? 12. I guess. Yeah, 12.
Okay.
It says DC 12.
I rolled a 13 on the die.
No.
So unfortunately, that spell failed. The grasping vines suddenly emerge from the ground, and the cart lurches up and down, bouncing off of all these vines and just reaching tendrils that try and grab a hold of both the horse and the cart. But the horse is scared and startled, and it's sprinting. And as these vines reach up and grab at its legs, it just tears its limbs free as if it was nothing holding on to it, and it continues.
Would it still be the difficult terrain for the horse and the cart?
You do slow them for a little bit, so we'll say that everybody can get... So the people on the ground, you make it to about 40 feet away. The people on the roof, you're basically parallel with them at the moment, as it's stuck in this entangled terrain, but still moving.
Z wants to shoot the horse as a child.
That's okay. But that
Can I
entangled...
simultaneously do something with that?
What do you want to do?
That's a sentence. That's quite a...
Are there any silks, high-hanging silks from the top of the buildings hanging down to the street level?
Roll D100.
Oh.
Nope. Afraid
Damn.
not.
Are
Okay,
are there two men carrying a large sheet of glass?
All
If you
right,
want to
well,
spend an inspiration to re-roll.
or
Or you can... So, okay. Brief
I would
pause.
like to Aladdin swing into this cart, since I'm parallel to it.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's not exactly, like, silks and banners hanging along the streets. There are all sorts of rope lights that run up and down, all down Crest-taken streets. So you can totally grab one of those and try and Aladdin swing.
Hell yeah.
Like.
Yes, I'm going to Aladdin swing as he's shooting the horse.
Okay, Zildjian, you shoot the horse for 17 damage. The horse has 19 hit points.
Oh my
my god.
The horse. That's just... I didn't...
Yeah.
You shoot the fucking horse. It's already panicked. And now it has a crossbow bolt dug straight up into its abdomen as it's running. And the horse is just in a frenzied froth running down the street. I need an acrobatics check from Elijah.
Okay.
I think he's almost dead. Get him.
I will spend an inspiration for this.
That's... Okay.
That's
17.
better.
Okay.
And I will use my third of my fourth psionic power D6s to boost that up a little bit.
5. So a 22. A 22.
22.
Okay. For the record, right now the skill challenge is at 2 successes and 2 failures. All of you watch as Elijah leaps off of the rooftop, his hand lashing out with a psionic dagger, and you just hear one of those rope lights just snip, and Elijah just onto the back of the cart, and the assassin whips around and says, all of you hear, what the fuck? Elijah, you're now on the cart with the assassin as this horse is frantically weaving back and forth, running down the street. Passers-by are getting absolutely just not quite trampled, but slammed out of the way as it is making breakneck speed as it makes its way through the entangle. Everyone's trying to keep up, but the horse is getting farther and farther away, with the exception of Renar and his horse and cart. Elm, do you...
I'm gonna cancel the spell before he hits it.
Okay. That was exactly what I was going to ask. All right. Before they get out of range for the people on the ground, is there anything else those who are not on the assassin's cart or on another cart going to do?
Yeah. So how far is the horse from me?
As it breaks out of the entangle and it begins to move in basically a frenzy, it's now back up to 50 feet from you.
Am I able to cast a spell?
No.
Okay.
One spell per
Then-
caster.
Can I cast a
Okay.
spell?
Have you cast a spell yet?
No.
Then yes.
Okay. And is it still within 90 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you gonna do?
What
you gonna do, brother?
I'm just checking to make sure that I'm right on the range real quick before I do something dumb. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do a thing. This. Okay, maybe. I'm having issues because my sheet. Hang on.
I'm just this child gnome is smoking his pipe.
I couldn't find a picture of that.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
this is the details of psionic power that I've been using.
Okay, so
Which
I want
is-
to cast Tasha's Mind Whip, but pulling it off of my sheet is not working because I can't bring my sheet. I can't pop it out. So I'm trying to pop out
Okay.
my sheet.
Let me just read it real quick. Range 90 feet.
Yeah,
You
it's an
psychically
int
lash
save.
out at one creature you can see within range. Target's moving. So a saving throw. Target takes psychic damage and it can't take a reaction. Turn. It must choose if it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Okay. Yeah, you can cast that.
Okay, I'm casting it.
Intelligence save.
Yep.
See how he does. That is a 12.
He needs a 14.
So that's a success. Alright. Which means that the skill challenge has been resolved with 3 successes, 2 failures.
So I need to roll. Do I need to roll damage or?
You can. For the sake of this, I'm going to say that your spell's effects are what end the skill challenge, but go ahead and roll damage.
Just, okay. So it's 3d6 psychic.
7.
So, not the worst pain he's ever suffered, but
As
unpleasant.
As the horse, and its panicked frenzy as it's running down the street, it goes to take a sharp left turn to try and get away from all this. And as the assassin's trying to hold on to it, Elijah, you see he is turning to react to you, and you just watch as he suddenly, blood begins to run down his nose, and he looks startled and confused. And as the horse takes a sharp turn, he's drawing a weapon to deal with you, and in the startled pause, just the synaptic static of trying to deal with everything that's going on, he stumbles and sputters, and he falls out of the cart, just rolling on the street as the horse makes its way. Elijah, what do you do?
Shit. I'm gonna quickly grab onto his cloak and try to go with him.
Roll a dex save.
Okay.
You're going at full.
Oh no!
You're going at full breakneck speed as this horse rounds the corner, and all of you watch as the assassin tumbles out of the cart. Elijah leaps up and over to grab him, but his feet catch up on the back of the cart that's already been damaged from falling onto it. And Elijah, you just tumble out, and you end up landing flat on your back with a pooh, and you end up taking a little bit, how about 10 points of bludgeoning damage. You land square on your back, scraping on the road. As passersby are looking down at you, you immediately hear, "Oh my god!" as everyone's freaking out. Renar, you are riding up, catching up quickly, and you see Elijah and this assassin. The assassin looking dazed, confused, and stunned as blood is coming down his face. And you see Elijah just recovering from landing flat on his back in the middle of the street. Everyone else, as you're approaching, you take in the sight as well. And as you successfully complete the skill challenge, the assassin leaps to his feet. And that's initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
How long does the effects of the spell last? Gidoni, do you know how long the until the end of its next turn? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like Hideous Laughter, which is concentration, but it has a longer range.
Hold
So,
on
yeah.
while I go ahead and pull up a quick map for us to use. Put you on here. As you guys are running. Which one do you use? Also, you all had a long rest before this happened, so you can go ahead and heal.
Yeah.
I don't see a token for my baby child.
I don't have one, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's probably on me.
Probably. I didn't expect you to do that ever.
Well,
Next
Well,
time.
you never know.
So Elijah, you need to be at full health.
No, I took 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot. You totally did that.
I totally got fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, I had you set up, but you're not on this page for. All right. So as you guys are approaching, these guards aren't here. Don't worry about them.
Oh, good.
At the moment,
they may be.
they are on the way. Let me tell you that. So Elijah, you're in melee, but you're prone, and the assassin is in front of you.
Roll initiative.
At natural 20.
All right, everyone's initiative is on the board. Grace Ashfield, you are up first as you see this individual standing over your ally. He looks injured, and he looks angry and confused, and also like he's having a really hard time focusing on anything.
Okay.
What the heck?
Basically, it's like a really hideous
Uh,
migraine.
Okay, and it's just he chooses a reaction, movement, or attack. That's all the spell does.
You don't know, maybe, who knows?
Oh, well, fair. Alright, if that is the case, let's go ahead and try... I'll go ahead and cast blindness on him.
How do you?
What's the DC save? Oh.
14. Con.
How do we what?
I'm trying to roll my initiative.
I rolled it for you, don't worry. He saves with a 19.
Fucking son of a bitch. Alright, that is my turn.
Okay. You move or anything else?
Yeah, I should move on. Let's see. Yeah, we'll move right there. Right next to Mr. Elijah.
Okay. You run up. Renar, it's your turn. What do you do?
A quick assessment. Does anybody? People have blades drawn, right? Or does the bad guy?
The assassin certainly does.
All right. With dual wielding, I draw both of my sword and a dagger, and I'm trying to move. Do I click and drag, or I move the arrows?
If
Either
you click on
one's-
yourself, you can click and drag. You can use arrows, or you can use the ruler tool to move a specific distance.
Can you just move me so that I am just past him, because I'm clicking and it's not happening? Yeah, that's exactly where I want to be. And then I'm going to attack him.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks. They would be at advantage, but he seems hard to hit, so it's just a straight attack.
Okay. Trying to do this in in Foundry. Is the attack under features?
Inventory. So if you highlight your inventory, you can see
inventory.
your attacks. You can pick the weapon that you're making the attack with.
Okay. And so I select the attack, and it's a standard attack.
So just click attack, and it'll roll the attack roll for you. Okay, 21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I get my thief damage also?
Your sneak attack?
My sneak attack.
Yes, you will, because Grace is in melee with him.
Awesome. Damage.
So just click
It's
the
like,
damage button.
and then I can add 1d6 right in there, right? So I think I've added the situation bonus.
Yes.
It looks high, but I
You
don't know what
you-
the actual number was.
Yeah, you dealt 13 points of damage to this man.
Okay. And the other attack is with a dagger. So, sorry. What happened to the music? It was so epic.
It's still coming back. Don't worry.
Okay. It's one's equipped. It's a simple melee.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. I believe this is your offhand attack.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a dagger.
Yes.
So just click on the dagger, and we'll subtract the strength bonus you would, or dex bonus.
I see it's like I do that. I see the button, but when I click on it, nothing happens. It shows that it's equipped. One action. I'm just gonna roll a 20-sided die and do the math so we can move on.
Go for it. So it's a d20 plus 6. 21 hits.
Okay, and damage on a dagger is what, a d4?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
2 points of damage.
And you only one sneak attack per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. How do I end my turn?
You just say you're done, and I move on to the next guy.
I'm done.
All right, Elijah, you are up.
Right. Coming up from prone, I'm gonna bonus action disengage, so I don't take an opportunity attack, and basically backwards somersault out of the prone position and slide back 15 feet here, and then in a a little bit of pinkish purplish energy is flung from his hand, and he'll throw a psionic dagger at him.
Okay, roll the attack.
Is this disadvantage?
It does have a disadvantage, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
12 does not hit.
okay. So it just it goes past him and then it fizzles out into nothingness.
Okay. As he like dips to the side as this electric blade goes sizzling through the air behind him, and he just looks at you with a look of surprise. Anything else?
I'll just give him a smirk and then stay where I'm at.
Okay. Next is the assassin's turn. The assassin, having kind of recovered a little bit, he looks at you, Grace, and he says, "Thanks for giving me the trouble, but now I have you right where I need you." And he emerges with that same dagger he had before, and he takes a swipe at you.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I need you to make a con save for me.
Okie dokie.
A 14. That's pretty good, but it is not quite good enough.
I'll lucky it then.
Okay.
If it fails.
Go ahead and roll it.
Even worse, unfortunately.
Okay. So you take 7 points of piercing damage and 23 points of poison damage.
I am unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
You are also inflicted with the poison condition. Find that. So many conditions, so little time. I'll just use that. That'll do. All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a death save?
Oh, brother. 1 second.
It's a straight d20.
I thought I might have had something for poison, but that is not the case. Alright, death save. D20.
That's a success. That's good. Renar, you see this assassin pulls out a blade with wicked black ichor sliding, like dripping off the end of it. And as he thrusts it up into Grace's, basically right up under the armpit with a successful attack, immediately Grace just falls flat on his back. And then the assassin, as he turns to you, preparing to deal with you, you watch as just his whole face, just like a out of focus, just headache, just and he just freezes. And then I believe the spell ends. That is the end of his turn. Gidoni, your turn.
All right, so the assassin. I gotta move, I think. Okay. I'm going to cast a spell, as one does. That work?
Which spell?
I
Toll
guess
the
it
Dead?
did.
Toll the
Toll the
Dead.
Dead.
Okay, yeah, he's injured. So go ahead and roll d12 and I'll roll a wisdom save. I rolled a natural 1. There it is.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay. 5
So
points.
5 necrotic, and that's my action. Just gonna check bonus actions real quick and see if I have anything useful to do. I think not. Yeah, nah, that's my turn. I've moved. I have done an action. Toll the Dead. Big angry bell goes bong.
Yeah, he immediately, like, the blood that's running down his nose accelerates, and he just dealing with this horrible magic that just rings inside his head.
Really should have that looked at, darling.
He does not seem to have the motivation to quit back. Zildjian, it's now your turn, you weird gnome baby.
Okay, so as a small gnome child, I'm going to run up here to Grace. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, exactly my speed. And I'm going to dump a potion of healing in their mouth.
Okay. It does not seem to have an effect, Grace.
Oh, shit.
Wake up! Wake up! I'm a tiny baby. Wake up!
Do you say that in character?
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
The assassin, still, he's like twirling the knife in his fingertips. Now that the spell that was limiting his actions is gone, he seems to have shaken it off. He looks at you, wastes the healing potion, and you just hear, that won't do you any good.
Dude, what you doing?
The right people want him dead.
Is the potion an action or bonus?
To feed a potion to another person is an action.
Okay.
You still have a bonus action.
So for a bonus action, I am going to flip him off.
There. He seems affronted.
Well,
Imagine this small gnomish baby.
Well, you know, fuck you. Just right there. Just spin a little bit.
Elm.
That's my turn.
Okay. Elm, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna move my 30 feet to right there. What is he wearing?
Leathers. Dark leathers seem to be dark brown and dark gray. Looks like studded leather. He has a cloak. You can see a number of weapons dangling from his belt, along with a number of vials. He's holding a long, slender stiletto that is dripping with black ichor.
Oh. Okay.
Why don't you roll me a perception check, Elm, since you've asked?
Oh, sweet.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Looks like I'm gonna be
I
indebted
just
to
see
our
his,
wizard.
just what you described, I'm assuming.
That's all you see, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast heat metal on a stiletto.
Okay. Okay.
This is Zoe in his baby form.
Roll that save. Okay. As the dagger suddenly begins to heat to an almost unbearable level as pain begins to singe up his hand, he just looks at you and smiles.
This guy is a lich.
If that's the case,
Bonus action movement?
I already moved my 30 feet, and can I bonus action spell?
If the spell says bonus action, however, heat metal is a spell, so
It would have to be a cantrip, right? Cantrip bonus action? I don't know if those are a thing.
they're not. You have to use.
Yeah.
You have to be a sorcerer with a quickened meta magic to do that.
Gotcha.
I have magic stone, which is bonus action.
Okay, you can
cantrip?
imbue some stones, but you can't use them yet.
Okay. Let's see, bonus action here. I guess I can, because I've used one spell earlier. I can use this spell. Is Grace is down, correct?
Grace is down. Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, no, that's the second level, so I can't do that. Oh shit. I don't think I can do anything after that.
Okay.
All right.
Next we have Grace.
It is I. Death save.
Death save, please. 15 is
No.
successful.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna use. Yeah, I get her nat 20, so I stand up with 1 hit point.
Well, you don't stand. You don't automatically stand up, but you are
Well,
awake.
I'm
You
awake
are
with 1
awake.
hit point.
So that's my second portent gone. I just we were doing it wrong before. I have to do it before the roll, so I had to say in advance.
So do I get my turn or no?
I'm trying to decide if this healing perfection counts.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you recover with 1 hit point. You are poisoned. You feel miserable. You are prone.
All right. Well then I'll stand up and just cough and wipe a little blood off my mouth. Well, it seems like you picked the wrong day, and I am poisoned. Yeah.
You are, yes.
I think I have. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay. All right, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of him with my mace.
Okay, roll on it.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Perfectly fine. That is my turn.
Okay,
Stand right where I am.
Renar, you're up.
Yeah. Oh, so he's facing me or Grace, by the way.
Facing doesn't really exist in 5e.
I know for intent or dramatic purposes is all I'm asking.
He's looking at Grace.
Okay. Well, and once again, I'm going to put the pointy end into the other guy.
Okay, go for it.
And so then I go to my inventory. I go to the rapier. I do. It's weird. It's like I can now not activate the rapier. It's like the system doesn't know I have 2 weapons.
Okay, so if you click on your character, and in the top left you see your inventory, rapier still shows up for me. Then you can click on attack in the chat log.
Yes. And duh. Now I'm sorry. I get it. Attack. Does this count as a sneak roll? also again?
He is
Because
still in melee with another, so yes.
Okay. Oh wait, that's not for attack. That's for damage. Normal roll.
24
Oh, good.
hits.
And just gonna manually roll the dice. What's it? D8 for
A rapier is a
thing?
D8, yeah.
Okay, and I think we add +4 to this. Oh, that's nice. So I did a total of 9 damage.
Okay. Take count of that. He's not looking great. He's bloodied.
Oh, great. And standard roll, rolling for the dagger attack.
Correct.
Normal roll, I think that's
That is a miss.
9. Okay. And that's all I'm doing with my turn.
All right. Elijah, it's your turn. This assassin still stands between those two. He is battering away at swipes and swings from both of them. The occasional cut coming through with a dagger that is smoking in his right hand.
I'll look at the dagger, and then I'll look left and right for any guards. Are any guards coming?
Roll a perception. You don't see any immediately, but that doesn't mean they're not. There's a lot of people that have given you guys a wide berth during this encounter. You have a lot of witnesses, by the way.
Okay, gotcha. Then I will step up and to the psionic blades appear in my hand. Action, bonus action, stab.
Okay, they are at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
That is unfortunate. That won't hit.
Oh, and bonus attack.
That does hit.
Sneak attack, even with melee people.
Yep.
Cool. So, yeah, it's 5 psychic
Sneak attack.
damage. Yeah. Features sneak attack.
So 11 points of damage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. As the dagger
And-
bites into his abdomen, he looks at you and he says, "He not get in the way of the man who's die." And
I'm not. I'm letting you die right now.
he just kind of looks at you and shakes his head. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That's it. I'll stay here.
Okay. One second here. All right. He looks at you, Grace, and he says, "You knew the past would catch up with you." And he attacks you.
With disadvantage.
Yep. With a hot potato. That is a 21 to hit.
Look at
I rolled a 19
disadvantage.
and a 17.
Oh, I'm gonna use luck.
You want me to roll
to make-
again?
Yeah, roll again. Fuck off,
It was a 16.
bro.
It was a 16.
So 16 total.
20 total. He has a +4.
All right, how much damage do I take?
You fall unconscious.
Okay,
Like I don't think it can insta kill you.
I'm
well,
at 1 health, so
I'll
it could. It very
roll-
well could.
Hold on. Roll a con save
There's
for me.
nothing.
All right, con save. Is lucky once a turn? or once a die roll?
Once a die roll.
I'll blow my last lucky.
Okay.
Oh motherfucker! All right, well,
You're not very lucky.
No.
clearly not.
Jesus.
I blew all my nat 20s at the start of the game.
Okay. You take some poison damage, my friend.
Oh
How much
no.
damage do I take?
Hold on. Okay, you take 5 points of piercing damage
Uh-huh.
and 18 points of poison damage.
So that's
23
24?
total. 23.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no, I'm almost dead. I'm at negative 23 hit points. 22 hit points. So I almost just died.
And
Well,
as
what's your max HP?
24.
So you would have had to have taken 48 points of damage to die.
I thought, is it double?
It's not double. It's
It's just your max hit points and the negatives.
Yeah. It's if you're at full health and you take double your full HP, you die. Okay, so he leaves the dagger in you.
As like a present.
That
No.
heat metal's gonna kill me.
And he
That's if I activate it.
Oh, true.
he leaves the dagger in you, and he will use his bonus action to disengage. And he's gonna run again.
Do I need to make another death save?
You do.
Wait, I can cure him.
Nope. Ah! Bro!
All right. As he's running away, I don't think he knows that you succeed.
Well, if I'm coming back to consciousness, I'm gonna yell at him so he knows I'm awake.
Okay. He's made it 30 feet away. So you fall prone again, and then you immediately open your eyes and you see him running.
Try harder, coward. Just cough up some blood.
He looks at you as he's running, and he just... Here, hang on. Let me roll.
Remind me to buy you a drink after this ordeal.
I'll take 2. Oh.
He frowns as he sees you open your eyes. And he uses his multi-attack, which he has not used yet.
Oh, jeez.
And he throws a dagger at you. It is a disadvantage because you're prone.
Yeah.
I just rolled a 16, and I rolled a 15, so that's a 19 to hit.
It still hits.
You fall unconscious once more. But that's his... Oh, no, he still has... He still has nothing. That's his whole turn. Yeah. Okay. Wow. The dice can't lie, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Gidoni. You see this happen. You see the assassin who feels like his task is complete shoves a poisoned, heated dagger into your ally's chest. And as he's running away, your ally looks up and says, "Try harder." And the assassin just, and throws a dart from his belt. And that dart just right into the side of Grace's head. And Grace...
That's Elijah's thing.
And Grace's head just falls back down on the ground.
Well, I have no ability to heal. How far away is Assassin right now? Let me just look at the map here. Where is my
Can't
life?
seem to choose the right tool.
30 feet.
30 feet from me. Okay.
30 feet from basically most of you.
All right. I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've still basically done all of the non-murder things that I have in my arsenal.
Sure.
So
Is it time for murder?
yeah, that's pretty much what I got. So we're gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Nice.
It is a disadvantage.
Maybe we're... No, okay, fine. I'll just do Toll the Dead again.
Okay, he's not looking good. All right, go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm just casting my cantrip, Toll the Dead. I need saving throw...
Wisdom.
Yeah, Wisdom 14.
How about a 22?
Ah, fuck. All right. I'm
This
gonna
guy
bonus
can roll,
action.
I guess.
I'm gonna bonus action and face step another 30 feet
Okay.
to basically block his escape. So I'm just gonna go. Boop, right there.
Also, guys, make a note. I changed the settings so that if you want to select your character or deselect your character, you just have to click anywhere else on the map and you'll deselect them. So
Good. I'm just gonna mark
be
off
aware
that.
of that.
Oh, it's not even a spell slot because it's my face step, so I do that once per day. Okay,
Yep.
carry on.
You've done your.
Carry-
You did your
I've
one
done
daily
my-
hop.
I did my hop.
Next, Zildjian, it's your turn. The assassin has run past you.
So, dramatically, like I just posted, I start crying, and I reach my hands to the sky, and I yell out, and I'm gonna take a shot at that a-hole with my crossbow.
Okay, the attack is at disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Come on. Come on. I'm trying.
Do your best. It's all good.
You'll get there.
My computer's so slow. Come on. Yep. I'm basically that little Jewish boy.
His name's Hasbullah.
Isn't he a full-grown man?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, oh yeah. As am I.
As it fits. Oh, there you go. That's a miss. Well, Diviner, you could change that if you want.
No.
She's already used both of them, hasn't she?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, a natural 1. Go ahead and roll me a d4 there, Zildjian.
No, thank you.
Well, I'd like you to anyway. You don't want to roll a 3.
God, don't kill me.
That's
hold
not how. That's not even possible.
I know,
That'd be
but you're
funny.
gonna give me an automatic fail.
That would
It
be
jams
funny.
and he goes to unjam it and it just poof, right into Grace at his feet. Oh my god, that would be funny
A 2.
as fuck.
The crossbow bolt. As the string pulls forward, the bolt just spins at a crazy fast velocity and lands in the dirt right here.
You shouldn't give kids crossbows.
Apparently not.
That's what we've learned.
Bonus action,
Or-
try again.
Is it a hand crossbow?
It is a light.
Okay. I'm afraid you cannot make another crossbow attack unless you have the crossbow expert feat and it's a hand crossbow.
Okay.
But I respect the trying. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Throw a dagger.
Sure, you can try that. Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Damn it.
Yep, he's still hard to focus on. He's still all fuzzy. That cloak is looking awful fancy right now.
Wait a minute, that fails if he gets hit. If it's the cloak, right?
If it's a cloak of displacement, it does.
Oh, so it's not a cloak. It's something different. That's a crossbow, not a dagger.
The attack works. It's the same roll.
Yeah.
But a
Okay.
14 does not hit. Because it's at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. So both of my things failed, so I am done.
Okay. Elm, it's your turn.
Okay.
You
Quick
are
question.
you are aptly aware of the heat metal spell that you're concentrating on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop that immediately. But
I do need
question-
to know before you do anything.
Mhm.
Does that heat metal spell deal damage to Grace?
So
Because the
heat-
dagger's hot. Like, even if you're not concentrating on the spell, it raised the dagger's temperature to injury points. So, did it hurt Grace?
It probably would have hurt me.
More than it already did by stabbing him, I mean.
Let me see.
Well, it does say he has to use the bonus action to increase damage or do
Okay.
damage again.
On my next turn, yeah.
In that case, we can say that you probably did not infuse more heat into your ally's chest.
Do it anyway.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
I never
damn!
liked him anyway.
He's just offered to
but-
buy me a drink.
I
I
just,
didn't
but-
pay, that's why.
I
If
know,
he had
but it's
taken-
the evil campaign.
it's just that if Grace had taken 2 more points of damage, he'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
No, this is a new one. I stood back up. However much that dagger throw did was how low I am now.
You're at 0. There is no negative.
Yeah, well, how would I have 2 more damage? How would that have killed me? Because I would have to go negative 24.
When this is
It's
just a
all
side comment, but when the dagger first initially struck you, it did 23 points of damage and you were at 1. So it brought you to negative 22. Had it done 25 points of damage due to a heat metal stacked on top of it, you'd be dead, and you wouldn't have had a chance to do a death save.
Oh, you're right. That's fair. You're right.
So,
I'm
but
ridiculous. Thank you.
Go ahead, on.
Question on my heat metal. Did it burn the poison off?
Well, he still had to make a con save, so it doesn't seem like it.
Gnarly ass poison.
Alright. I'm gonna go up to...
Magic be like that.
It
I'm gonna
do,
go
it do.
I'm gonna go up to Grace. And... as a bonus action, I'm gonna hastily pour a healing spell, or not healing spell, healing potion in his mouth.
Well, we already know those
you-
don't work, so you
you-
wouldn't waste one.
You watched Zildjian attempt to do the same thing, and it had no effect.
Oh.
Could have been because I'm a small child.
It could have been because he's a small child. We can't
Okay,
look past
well-
that.
Maybe I didn't uncork.
Okay, if I saw that first, then I'm gonna cast lesser restoration and cure the poisoning.
What
And then
spell slot? What spell level are you casting this at?
I guess well if I do lesser restoration, is it only one type of poison? Because it says it's one condition.
Normally, lesser restoration will cure the condition of poisoned.
And it's a 2nd level spell, isn't it? So you can only cast it 2nd.
Yeah, it's level 2, 2nd level.
It does not seem to be you do cast the spell. You spend the spell slot. You feel the energy pass through your hands into Grace's body. As the spell passes through you and you feel it course into him, you can sense whatever this toxin is. It's too potent for this level of lesser restoration. You need more powerful magic to cure him.
Brutal.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, as I think about this, I don't think Nat 20s should have brought him back to life, but I was willing to roll with it because it would have been cool. But this poison seems
Okay.
to be more potent than your spell can handle.
Oh, well, I appreciate the attempt.
You think, knowing where you are, you think either a more powerful healing magic is needed or some powerful antidote.
Okay. Would protection from poison neutralize it?
No.
Roll a... Well, roll an Arcana if you're proficient on it, and roll a Nature if you're proficient on it.
I am proficient on nature. And then Arcana, I'm not proficient with
So
it.
don't roll with Arcana. With a 6, you have no idea.
Well, it's worth a shot though, because I do know that
Is that a spell, though?
does. Yeah, it's a spell that neutralizes poison.
Yeah, however,
Yeah, but you already
have,
casted a spell.
Yeah, you have cast a spell this turn.
Yeah, I know. But if he's still alive, that's my second option.
Okay.
Trying to save this man's life.
That's fair. I respect it. This is a difficult situation I've put you in intentionally.
Very much so.
You do have a bonus action and movement still. I do need you to make a decision.
A bonus action here.
Because you did not pour the healing potion on his face.
Yeah. I'm
You
trying,
know
trying to think. I'm trying to think the best course of action.
You
Hey,
know
this
that,
is-
you know that start part of Saving Private Ryan at the beginning when they're storming the beach and like the medic is working on that guy on the beach, and then they finally say, they're like, "Oh, we got it," and then he gets shot in the head.
Yes.
That's how what I feel had just happened to Grace just now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you can do, man.
yeah. I'm just gonna sit there. 'Cause,
Okay. You,
like,
you grieve your fallen.
Yeah.
Okay. Next turn is Grace. I need a death save. Again.
At 20.
That's a failure.
That is a fail. That is your first failure. Of all 3 times, it's your first
Yep.
failure. All right, next. Renar, it's your turn. You see the assassin is trying to make a break for it.
Okay. I think I can get here because that's just the same relative position we had.
Yep.
And I attack him.
All right, go ahead and attack.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
It does have disadvantage. He's very fuzzy. It seems like something makes it difficult to focus on hitting him.
I swear, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I click on this.
So you click on
Okay.
your character, and then you highlight inventory in the top left. Then you
Yeah.
click on your rapier. Then in the chat log, your rapier shows up, and you can click attack. An 18 certainly
Oh,
hits.
wow.
And then you click
And-
damage.
Damage. Oh yeah, and it's just normal damage.
That hits.
Hit him.
He didn't like it. He looks real bad. He looks like he's really hurt. Actually.
Okay. And then I make another attack with oh, that was I need to roll twice because
Yeah,
I
just roll it
didn't
again.
do disadvantage. Yeah. Can I alright, so I come here and attack. Why is this? This should not be this hard. Standard roll. Damage. Oh, I need to do another
Just roll it. Yeah, roll it. A 22 hits. Yeah, let me go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. Renar Snipes, how would you like to do this?
Nice.
I've just like dove with the dagger and landed on top of him.
Okay, so in the tumble, as you both land on the ground and the dagger bites through the armor, you can feel that the strange illusion that was making it hard to hit him didn't make any difference as the dagger punches through the armor in deep, and you can feel the blade bite into bone. And with a quick "Ah!" The man silences. And that is the end of combat. You have successfully defeated my assassin puzzle, except for Grace. He didn't.
No.
Well, I mean, I came back to life 3 times, so that I look like a badass already.
did-
so
you did
I'm
great.
happy with it.
You did awesome. You're unconscious. I need another death save.
Oh fuck yep.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do for Grace there.
Well, maybe we got to take him someplace that to somebody who can help him.
I want to check and see if he's got the antidote on his body.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Roll investigation. for it.
Yeah.
In case, like, he cut himself with his own blade or something.
Can I help with that?
Yeah. You have advantage on your investigation check there, Zildjian.
Okay. Come on. Sorry.
As you search in his pockets, I turn to Renar, like, help me up. This guy's drunk, right?
Right. We got to get our buddy back to the tavern.
Yep.
Zildjian,
Yeah, I'll
18. You find a number of things on the assassin's body.
Is one of them the incident?
Hold on, I'm rolling DCs here.
Oh, okay.
How well he hid things that mattered to him. You find a ring, a black ring. You're not particularly trained in magics, but this seems to be more weighty than you'd expect it to be. You find a number of daggers, a whole bunch of them, basically an entire bandolier of daggers. You find 4 vials with unknown substances, and you find a slip of parchment that is tucked in with those vials, like wrapped around one of them. What languages do you speak, Zildjian?
I speak Undercommon, Common, Thieves' Cant, and Gnomish.
You cannot read this note.
Damn it!
The writing is in very high, swirling letters, very, very intricate and almost calligraphic writing.
Oh, I read intricate writing.
Cool. You don't know what it says. You look at
While
it and
he's
you feel
searching-
confident you're reading it.
While he's searching those pockets, Renar and I are gonna take this body like he's
Hold that
drunk.
thought. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Because we need to deal with that in a moment. I'm not quite done listing off the things.
Okay, gotcha.
You do also find a belt that seems to be of interesting make, with inscriptions on it. And you find a pouch with 100 gold's worth of gems and 200 gold in currency.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so those of you who are attempting to collect grace, the crowd is surrounding all of you. These witnesses, everyone who just watched this entire encounter go down, everyone heard what that assassin said to Grace. Everyone heard what that assassin said as it was. At first, it looked like a bunch of people were chasing down a man and trying to murder him. But once there was some context applied, the witnesses seemed less terrified and frightened, and more like they were witnessing an accident or a fight that should have happened. There are no guards immediately here. You don't see any on the approach as the crowd is dense, as you're surrounded by a wide circle, so no one is interrupting you as you collect Grace from the ground.
We're leaving Elm to collect Grace, and then Renar and I are collecting the assassin and taking him into the alley. Just
Okay.
kind of to clean up the scene.
Alrighty. It is at this moment, as Elm picks up Grace, a very belligerent and almost shouting man storms into the clearing and says, "What in the nine hells happened to my cart? What the hell did you do?" As he's running up to the cart that's gotten smashed by Elijah falling onto it. Oh!
As a small child gnome, which I still am probably for a little bit because it lasts an hour.
Right, sure.
I walk up to the guy and I say, "I'm so sorry, but that guy that was attacking us, he fell on it and crushed it. I'm so sorry." Please forgive us.
Who's attacking who? You just came. What? I turn away for 1 second. I hear a bang. Everything's gone. You're all running after down the street.
Sir,
Who's gonna
you're
pay?
yelling at a child. I don't feel well. Please
I'll
don't yell.
pull out 5
Roll a
gold.
deception check. Grace, roll me another death save.
Can I cast my protection from poison on him?
You just want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's my only option, really.
Okay. Yeah. You cast protection from poison on Grace. Grace, that's another successful death save. I think that puts you at 2.
Does.
Protection from poison. Go ahead and roll me a con save there, Grace.
Okie doke.
You do have resistance now.
No change seems to take effect.
Yeah, advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and has resistance to poison damage. So
Well,
So actually-
I'm not taking poison damage, and I'm already poisoned. So.
It's not a bad idea. It just did not seem to have any effect at this time.
okay. Well, I guess on the next option, I'm just gonna cure wounds him or something.
Okay. As in the meantime, you said you slip the shopkeeper that's angry 5 gold.
Yes.
He looks down at it and he says, "Well, that'll cover repairs, but what about today's business? I was supposed to be out in selling an hour ago."
I rolled a 23 on deception.
Yeah, he's not yelling anymore. He just looks distraught.
Okay, ooh, good, because I was getting real nervous.
Were you?
I was like, buddy, it's not my fault you got up late today.
I got up on time.
This whole entire rigmarole hasn't been, what, 2 minutes?
And it is at that point that he looks around the corner and he sees his horse that is bleeding.
Oh, God.
It is still attached. Like, he was looking at the cart that was, damaged. But then he sees his horse is on the verge of death, and he runs after it. He's like, "Brussels, what did they do to you?"
That,
Brussels
like I said, that guy attacked us.
Taking this moment, Elijah will put his scarf up above his nose, and then bring the scarf up like a what do they call them? Like a wrap, like a Middle Eastern wrap.
Hijab?
And just kind of like cover the hijab, yes. But it's like a green scarf, and then he'll just try to lead this assassin further into this alleyway over here, away from everybody.
Roll stealth.
Okay.
As he's crying over his horse, can I try to persuade him that it was the assassin that caused all this commotion with like a super, just like grievance-stricken
just-
face?
Get out of here now. Nobody's stopping us.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm carrying him. It's just
So you're carrying Grace. You can totally do that. Grace, I need you to make another death save.
Oh, brother. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you,
Don't you still have your inspiration?
Do I have an inspiration?
everyone
You
got
do
one.
have.
Oh, then yeah, I'll pop an inspiration if you let me.
Yeah, that's the point of inspiration. Okay,
So I'm at 2 and 2.
you're at 2 and 2.
Holy
Elm,
shit.
you carry your ally who's dying over your shoulders over to the distraught and
yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
trying to follow them as I'm passing him.
you don't have to go past him to go back to the tavern or anywhere else you want to go. The horse ran into a side alley to get away from the crowd and also to get away from the attacks. So what you guys do as a group right now, let me tell you, Grace isn't looking good. So whatever it is you guys decide to do at
I
this
think
moment,
that we should just walk away from the angry
Yeah.
shopkeeper, and if he wants to follow us, we can deal with him. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get Grace to somewhere where we
Okay.
can help her.
okay,
That's-
Elijah, with a
okay.
17, you have successfully hidden the body of the assassin.
Oh, as soon as I get him into the alleyway, I'm stretching open the satchel at my hip, and I'm going to attempt to put him in my bag of holding.
Okay, but don't forget he's in there because that's gross after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
you,
no, this is just to carry him out of here, back to the bar.
you
'Cause
don't need to.
I
you
want to
don't-
investigate this guy.
You don't need to roll a check or anything. He's
Okay.
dead. He can fit. So
Okay. And then I just step out of the. I try to step out of the alley and follow the rest of the group. After I do that.
you do that.
Okay.
Okay, now I try to help Grace now that
Yeah.
we don't have a drunk buddy.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Cure Wounds on him.
Doesn't have an effect.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We need greater restoration. We need to find a very expensive priest.
You, as everyone knows in Silver's Reach, we can go ahead and hop over to the map.
Right.
I'm a map. I'm the map.
So this.
Why don't you try stopping the bleeding first? Maybe, and then we can help him out. Stop him from dying.
Okay. You can try that. You should remove the dagger and then roll me a medicine check.
God, don't kill me! Don't kill me!
I
Just
will
leave.
I will assist on whoever has the best knowledge medicine. But
I mean,
I will.
Is
I will
anybody
relay.
proficient in medicine?
I don't think I am.
As a
Nope.
small child,
wait.
I have a +1.
Wait.
Maybe just leave the dagger in me.
Wait.
Grace, you're not allowed to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
I swear I can hear something.
Is anybody-
I'm gonna set him down.
I'm not proficient in medicine, so I'm
I'm
not doing
using my
shit.
healer. I'm using one of my healer kit. I have a healer's kit. I'm gonna use
Okay.
it to stabilize him.
Are you roll me a medicine check, Elm?
Without needing to make the medicine check.
This is
That's fine.
not. Just fucking do it, okay?
Okay. Damn it. All right. I've done
The
everything I
DC
can.
here is 10. Roll a medicine check.
I'm panicking here, so
With a natural 20 for a 22, you know he will not stabilize as long as that dagger is in him. Because it is
Okay.
poisoned.
okay. So I'm gonna pull it out. Use my healer's kit.
You stabilize Grace. You
Yes.
do not think he will be able to be recovered until that poison is dealt with. But he is no longer in danger of dying immediately.
Okay. I will blow another spell slot and cast detect poison so I know what's in them.
Okay. You cast the spell, and as you watch, you can see the laces of the veins that run around where the dagger inserted into him. There are black lines that run through his body, and they almost seem to reach in and grab his heart like a hand. Magically, you know the name of this poison is Annaleif's last breath. You don't know what that means.
It sounds dope as fuck, though.
All right, I'm gonna pick him up since he's stabilized. Get with the party. I'm gonna relay everything that occurred. Annalie's last breath is in him. None of my healing spells, my poison neutralizing spells are working. We need to find like a high priest or something, someone who can cure this. But he is stable, and we have to act fast.
You know, let's see if Thomas knows anything about it. Let's just go over to the Flimsy Wyvern since it's close by.
Okay.
Do you guys head in the direction of the Flimsy Wyvern?
Yes.
Okay. It is no trouble, for the most part. You do get some weird looks as you're carrying Grace. But that's not unheard of to see people carrying their friends along. Mostly to be assumed to be, as you said, drunk and unconscious, and everyone just ignores the blood. you head to the Flimsy Wyvern. And as we get there, why don't we go ahead and take a 10-minute break, go ahead and get drinks, go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
playing for 2.5 hours.
Oh, brother, that nat one, I shit myself.
I'm doing my best. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
because I'm pretty sure like you were like, well, I used my inspiration, and then it got pulled back because you hadn't made the roll yet.
Yeah, I don't remember using one like today. If we got one at the end of last session, I definitely didn't use one today. Didn't even know I had one, which is fucking thank God. My past is coming to bite me in the ass already.
Oh my gosh, I have one spell left.
Everybody okay?
I'm
I'm
trying to save
stressed.
my closest friend in this world, and he's
Oh,
dying in
boy.
my arms.
Yeah, I'm. Needless to say, Echo, you've given me a lot of stress, and I love it. Thank you. That's not sarcasm. That's. I don't think I've ever been this close to death in a D&D game. Like, oh man.
Gave me a
Wow.
big enemy, so
Grats. I've died so many
Yeah.
times now, I'm like, whatever. Fuck, time to roll a new character.
And you came up with that shit on the spot today? Like, nice.
You
I came
didn't
up
get
with it.
my, oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I came up with it after you gave me the backstory.
Yeah, no, which is very quick. So
I didn't give him my backstory until last night because the last 2 weeks have just been a lot.
Don't worry.
Right, I haven't even gotten to mine yet.
Everybody's gonna get tied in.
yeah.
Yours was just the one that was immediately like, someone would try to kill him. All right, let's do it.
Makes sense how I left the old town. I'm enjoying it.
Oh man. I'm glad I brought a healer's kit. You never know when you need one.
Coming in clutch.
Fucking cure wounds,
Why is
fucking
that baby by the train tracks?
protection from poison, lesser restoration. None of this shit's working on him.
I really enjoyed the fucking that he sighed. I was just like, try again, bitch, and he's like, fuck.
And then he tried again, bitch.
Yeah, sure did.
Yep.
Sure fucking did.
So I'd say one of these vials I found is probably the antidote. I'm just gonna put it in your mouth.
Oh God, please don't. I can't say that. I'm dead. Never mind.
I'm just gonna just sneak it in.
No, please. At least let somebody else look at the note. I'm gonna die. Why would it be another vial of poison?
It's probably just 4 more vials of that poison.
Ah!
But
I can't comment.
but it's now ours. So
They're gonna put me down on the bar table. He's just gonna sneak one of the vials in my mouth. They're gonna look back at me. I'm foaming at the mouth, dead.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna swing by Whitaker's real quick. I will be back.
But we're still on break, so
Yeah, I know.
Whitaker's got a closed sign.
Well, not for this little kid.
There's a loading screen, dude. I mean, what do you want? That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Lots of
was.
fun.
I love a good chase sequence,
I
but I am mildly disappointed that there was no way for there to be 2 men carrying a sheet of glass.
you know, I gotta respect the Aladdin swing.
Yeah, no, that was cool. That was
Thank
cool.
you.
When I realized what you wanted to do, I was like, oh yes, and.
Yes, and is a great philosophy for any improv. So
Do you guys like
Oh.
the little street names on the map? I was so proud of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
them.
'em.
When I zoomed in, I was like, oh, that's a detail that I didn't see before.
I figured
And,
you would know the names of the streets that you were immediately around all the time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Um.
I mean, I don't
The-
necessarily in real life, but that's
Yes, you do, you potato.
just always
am
pay
I-
attention.
Am I correct in assuming that the Silken Lux is where my mother is, or is that
no,
something
that's,
different?
That's something different.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, she probably has done work there, but that's not specifically where she's at. That is something else.
Oh.
Don't worry, you'll find out.
Well, that's why I haven't asked a million questions, even though I have them.
Okay, fair enough. As a gnome
Keyleth.
baby. I'm gonna start using that just completely out of context, because that's amazing.
Yep.
It's funny.
He said thanks. I hate it.
Yeah.
When you first were doing it, I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? And I still am not sure.
I mean,
Yes.
does there need to be a point?
I guess not. Yes, was like, well, I guess they don't know it's him.
Yeah.
It is a disguise, I guess.
I'm catching on quickly that Zill is just a bunch of fucked up random chaos.
He is chaotic neutral.
He's certainly been around.
He gets disguise self once a day at 5th level. So it actually lasts 5 hours if I want to.
He just is a strange gnome baby. 5 hours.
But I also get non-detection at 5th level as well.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks, Smurf Neblin.
Zverf Neblin.
Sure.
Gotta be even harder to say than people.
Yeah. Well, a gnome child won't know that.
Of course, as a gnome baby, you can claim ignorance.
As a murdering gnome baby.
You shot the guy's horse.
Oh well, if we were gonna go over there and talk to him, and he was gonna calm him down, after he was calmed down, I was just going to go and just quietly pull my bolt out of the horse's neck and walk away.
No, he saw it. Poor Brussels.
Horse is dead by now.
Probably.
I don't think there's a lot of vets in Cat
You
Sprawl.
did 17 out of 19 damage to the horse.
And it falling probably did the other two. So you're welcome.
Thank you. It was a valuable horse. How else is he gonna
Street
cart
rat.
his bagels around?
Street rat, horse meat. Let's feed those.
It's not a starving town. Like, okay. This isn't Arabian Nights.
When in Rome.
Arabian.
Okay.
What would you say is the real world equivalent for Silver's Reach?
Detroit.
Detroit.
No.
What the fuck?
Like, what style building and like what's the cultural influence?
Probably Victorian style.
Victorian isn't bad. It does draw inspiration from the Industrial Revolution, particular
Okay.
area, but it's much cleaner. There's no pollution-filled river.
Is it like Mos Eisley?
A wretched hive of scum and villainy?
No. That's a terrible.
Okay.
This is like London, but with less crime.
Yeah. And
So it's like
sandstone.
Lon-
Lots of sandstone.
Okay.
The buildings here are mostly built of either sand bricks, stone, wood, iron, really. And the architecture is very much inspired by, like, old London or even Rome. That sort of architectural shape. But if it was in a giant canyon with guns.
Okay.
Like if you like the mood image really, this really spells out what it looks like.
Gotcha. So like, I don't know, Jerusalem kind of speaks out to me.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
that's a good one. I spent a lot of time with the illustrator talking about what Silver's reading. He did a good job.
That's cool.
It's one of the arts for the book that I'm particularly proud of.
Many more questions than answers. First, wow, you got an illustrator specifically to do this?
Yes.
And
Not just this.
you-
I have a whole bunch of different artworks for the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna how do I say this? Brag a little bit for Echo here, but aren't you getting a book done on Amaranth? Like
Yeah,
a full like setting book published?
Yeah, I am. Pretty huge for me.
Can I have a link?
Yeah, if you guys. Okay, so. Fuck.
Don't do it now.
Don't
You've
have
got
a-
plenty of
don't have-
things to do.
Don't have the Kickstarter yet.
I plan on putting a Kickstarter up in October.
Waiting on a couple of paintings, I think, right?
The text is done. Like all the words that are going to be in the book are done and written. With the exception, I'm going to write a couple more of the Pantheon myth, but that's not super. Those don't go straight. Anyway, I need a few more arts done, a few more of the actual city, like mooded images like this one. I want one for each of the capital cities, and I've got a few of them done, but my artist that I had, who was a cheaper one, doing a lot of the other arts, just kind of fell off the face of the earth for me. So I need the Kickstarter in order to finish those, to get the better artist, the more expensive one, to do the remaining city image. Once that's done, it's gonna be like a 100-page book. That's a campaign
Bro, I'm
setting.
so happy for you.
Yeah, that's
My
awesome.
mans.
This sounds like a good world. So I mean, I'm interested.
This world is beautiful and I love it.
I will post you guys the link to the book if you want to read it, but it is a
Yeah.
chunk of letter.
Are you gonna have like a Kickstarter like tier where you get a hard copy?
Yep.
I want one too. Give me a
Yeah.
hard book.
Yeah, so I'll probably sub to that one.
I need to get, like, that's going to be like a stretch. If I can get enough money to actually get a printed run of hardbacks.
Bro, I'm gonna promote the shit out of your shit everywhere I go.
Yeah.
What
Well,
What do you
if
think
I
your goal
buy-
is?
What do I think of what?
Go ahead.
Your goal on your Kickstarter? What's the goal for your Kickstarter?
So if I can get a flat 2,400, I can get all of the arts done and get the book ready to go. If I can get 3,600 to 4,000, I can get a hardback run printed and published of like 1,000 books.
Say
It's-
less.
It has to be a bulk order or it gets way more expensive.
Yeah, say less.
1,000
We'll
is
get you
something.
there.
I did an interview with a podcaster called the Hidden GMs Podcast, and I did that interview with him last year. And I was still working on the book then, and he was super excited about the world. And he said that when the Kickstarter was going up, he would time the editing of the interview to come out with the Kickstarter to hopefully
Fucking
advertise to his
look
guys
at
as
you.
well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
Very cool.
super hopeful.
Is there gonna be like $1,000 tier where I get a hardback and like little painted minis of
Bro, you
What-
ain't gonna
what-
drop $1,000 on it. Calm down.
what's what the Nightfalls?
A personal massage.
If you give me $1,000 for this book, I will cry and give it back.
My man
That's
Echo
exactly
here,
what I wanted to
he's what's the word I'm looking for?
An idiot.
No,
An empath.
not humble, not empath. He's too fucking son of a bitch. I don't know.
Well, it's been 15 minutes, so are we ready? We want to jump back in here?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Thumbs up emoji.
Fuck
Okay.
emojis. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, are we back at the our headquarters, our bar?
Getting there.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have returned to the Flimsy Wyvern. That mouthful. You are carrying good old Grace. He's unconscious through the doors. You see Thomas is at the main bar, and as it is early in the day, it's still about 11 in the morning. It's not super busy in here. You see there's like a couple people at tables drinking, because there isn't a whole lot of food available at Thomas's work. He looks up and he says, "Hey, what the hell happened to you?"
A little bit of poison. And I'll clear the closest empty table off, the top of it off, and just pat it so Grace can lay down on top of it.
Yeah, I'll lay him down as gently as I can.
Okay. All right, so Grace is set down on the table, and Thomas comes around the bar, and he looks at the few people in the tavern. He says, "Oi, pack your shit and get out. We'll have business later."
Sorry. Can I get a look at that letter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was
go
gonna.
ahead, sorry.
I was gonna spill most of the stuff out on a table.
Oh, everything that you found. Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna, because if you didn't do that, I was gonna search the freaking body for antidote.
What languages do you
panicking.
speak? Who's looking at the note?
Common, Elvish, Infernal, Undercommon.
Do not recognize the language. However, it does seem to have some weird similarities to Infernal, almost as if it's counterpoint.
Abyssal.
No,
Okay.
not Abyss.
Okay.
Fancy infernal. Cursive infernal.
Celestial. Anyway, I don't know.
Okay. I will look at the note and see if I
Did
can
those
read
up?
it.
What
Are the
languages
other
do you speak?
patrons out of there?
Druidic, Common, Elvish, Draconic, and Sylvian.
Oh, what the note says.
Damn.
The tavern goers have been evicted by Thomas.
Okay.
The
The
approaches.
marriage
So-
business.
So I'm
Sure.
going to sit the 4 vials of the potion and the parchment right there on the table in front of myself, along with the belt and the black ring.
I'm just gonna, because I don't think I was watching them shuffle. Are these? I'm gonna ask them. Are these what you found on the man's body?
Yes.
Are potions? Potions are magical in this world, right?
Healing potions are, yeah.
Oh, so antidotes won't be.
Well, you don't know.
Okay, well, if anything, I'm gonna just blow my last spell slot here, and I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. to see if anything can help my dear friend here.
As you cast Detect Magic, almost layer of, for no lack of a better word, glitter appears over things that are magical. The ring is clearly magical. The belt shows as all 4 vials that are set on the table show as magical.
And what do these things do?
You don't know. The 4 vials sing of what looks like transmutation magic. The belt looks like conjuration. Ring, illusion magic.
Ooh, that's the blurriness.
I mean, I should be able to identify them with 10 minutes for each.
Oh, perfect.
Thomas, we need like a poison expert or a healing expert? Is there anybody we can go to?
Thomas does. You could hop on down to the Temple of Renar. Some of the priests down there might be. Other than that, there's the old Physiker just up. Well, maybe not. We're not on the terms. Do you all know how he got like this? A drink?
Blade.
No.
No,
No, he got stabbed by that body over there, but the body wasn't dead yet.
Why do you look like a gnome, Miss Phoebe? It's not important.
One moment. Thomas, hold on a second. And I'll just wipe off the other table up north here, and expel the body out of my bag of holding.
Okay. The body of the assassin tumbles out onto the surface of the table in very odd and awkward broken limb fashion. Very much Family Guy fall.
Him.
it's Annalise last breath, Thomas.
Let me roll a history to see if he knows what that is. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be. We have to get straight to the cleric then, and soon.
Joy.
Any of you on good terms with the temple?
Would I know anybody?
Would you know anybody? Roll charisma, just straight charisma roll. How likable is Elijah in her? Relationship. A 19. Well, a 16. For a 19. Yeah, you definitely have spent some time at the Temple of Renar, probably dealing with some of the minor ailments your mom taken up. Temple of Renar, not unknown to you. You know the head cleric there is a very old but kindly elven woman who usually just goes by the name of. So you can probably.
So I know I'm unconscious, but I am a cleric, and I probably would help with cleric duties. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
At the Temple of Renar or at a different temple?
Just all, like, any temple, really. I would go to temples to see if one needed help, if they didn't, like, in my free time.
There are
It's sort
several.
of-
Okay, so we can set that aside to deal with later. But there are a number of temples in Silver's Reach.
Okay, yeah, we'll deal with that later then.
We can roll. to see
Okay,
if the Temple of
so
Renar.
Temple of Renar. What's her name again?
Head cleric Lethus.
Head cleric.
I'll type
How do
it.
you spell that? Wow.
Elfin name
Lethus.
for bullshit.
I gotcha. All right, I'm just putting that under my notes. That's all.
Laughs at me.
So
Okay.
what would you like me to roll for that, Echo?
D100.
Okay.
Nope.
I'll pipe.
You
I'll
have
pipe up
never
and-
been there.
Fair enough.
I'll pipe up and say, I know the head cleric there at the Temple of Renar. I can take him, and she can help us out.
I'll go with you. I don't mind paying any expense.
I don't mean to get in the middle of your conversation, but what about Whitaker?
Oh,
Did y'all deal with him?
yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, this happened on the way back from Whitaker's.
Did he have a partner?
He did.
He did.
He did.
No,
Was
I don't.
he had a
Well,
partner in the sense that somebody
he-
forced their way in?
Yeah,
They-
he said some guy like shook him down, and then like ran an illegal game underneath, and he kept his mouth shut until we got there, and then he didn't keep his mouth shut no more.
I believe it's part of the same group that tried to hustle us yesterday.
Yeah, it's their leader, the blue tattoos. Remember?
Right.
Tigan.
Yeah, Tigan.
Okay. You all okay? There's no need to mech about. You get him to the grave. You take Grace to the temple. Get him back on his feet. And Anala, can you maybe do a little more poking around the train station? And Anala looks over at Thomas and says, "Yeah, but if I get caught again, it's coming out of your ass." Thomas said, "Then don't get caught. What the fuck do I pay you for?" She flips him off, but begin.
We might want to search this gentleman right here on the table a little bit slower next time. Now that we have some time inside here, just give him another once over, just to make sure we took everything out of his pockets.
Okay, I'll search him.
How many
Just to be
pockets can the
helpful.
fucker have?
I don't know. We had to hastily search him just because we were in the middle of the street. So
Right? Don't get any blood on the table, or I'll be upset about it.
well, sorry in advance. There's already blood on the table. All right.
You fuck.
Anyway, let's go, Elm. And I will follow Elm as he carries Grace to the Temple of Renar.
Okay. The rest of you are re-investigating the body of the assassin.
No, I'm gonna go follow with Grace, because if somebody wanted him dead, if they send one person, they might send another.
Fair. You don't.
Casually checking the body.
Right. Are you using any extrasensory effects to do this, or are you taking your time?
Let me look at my spells. I think I could do detect magic as a ritual,
Probably could.
so I'm gonna do that.
Right.
So I guess I'll do detect magic as a ritual, so that'll take 10 minutes. It'll be very boring for anybody watching.
Yeah. So you watch as Gidoni sits at this table and begins, very meticulously and deliberately filling a bowl with incense, packing the powder down into it firmly, creating articulate arcane shapes, and then lighting the essence of it, which takes the speed and deliberateness that's taking. Literally takes 10 minutes, as then all of a sudden this incense burns up and around. Smell it, and by smelling it, you can see the magical effects in front of you. You don't see anything more magically on it. There are some trace elements of magic where he was wearing the magical items, where he had attuned to them. But it's just lingering effects that you recognize. There's also a bit of residue as left from the astral plane, but you know that he was in a bag of holding. So that makes him have some intraplanar energy still bound to. With a 16 and you detect magic, you don't think you find anything else until, as you're almost about to stop, your hand is just about to shove the body the rest of the table, and your fingertip scrapes against a bit of metal in his boot. And you find, with the help of detect magic, a dagger. Magical one.
Ooh. Fancy.
It's a smaller than normal. Christ, I just had a heart.
I'm so sorry. I thought I muted. My apologies.
It's okay. It is a smaller than average dagger, and it seems as though it was intended for throwing. It doesn't really have a handle on it. With your detect magic, it definitely has a conjuration effect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll put that with the other magical items that were identified. If that stuff is still with me, I could start doing ritual identify on all of it while the rest of them are on the way to the doctor.
Okay. As you,
But
if you're
we
going
don't
to do
need
that,
to focus. Yeah, we don't need to focus on me doing that.
yeah, if you're going to do that, like all the while, Thomas is like looking up from the bar, just complaining about the smell of this time.
Yep. I'll blow him a kiss.
You find a belt of the Lightfoot, which lets you cast Misty Step per day. You find not once per day. I'm sorry, once per short rest. And then you find a ring of blurring, which lets you have the blur effect for 1 minute.
Nice.
And you find a returning dagger.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, the rest of you head to the Temple of Ana.
Can a horse carry 3 people?
Fully.
I've heard that joke.
Like how slow?
Moves at half speed. So typically a horse moves at 60 feet per round. When it's laden by 3 people, it's also awkward. Move with 3
I
people.
will just walk next to the horse or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, Grace is going to be draped over the back of the horse. It's not like he's sitting astride it.
right.
Right.
One of you could sit on Grace, I guess.
Nope.
All right.
Not gonna risk
You're
that.
walking alongside. I have an important question.
Uh-huh.
Where did this horse come from?
Me.
Oh, you're the horse.
Yeah. I figured that was happening.
I forgot you're a druid. I'm sorry. That makes
So-
more sense.
You would only be carrying. Well, fuck. That's great.
Is there any horse stalls next to us?
The tavern has a small stable.
Okay. Then I'm going to rent a horse from Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Thomas
yeah,
Flinward.
okay. Yeah, that's the owner. I'm gonna rent a horse. I'm gonna become a horse, and I'm gonna book it because I don't feel like spending too much money. Because I don't
Okay.
know how much these prices are gonna be. So that way we can get there at 60 feet around.
Thomas
instead of
will
30.
usually rent you guys a horse for 2 gold, unless the horse comes to injury, which it becomes a lot more expensive.
Right. Okay, I guess I can rent 3 horses then, and I'll have I'll keep.
Thomas has 1 horse.
1 horse. So I'll rent the horse and
He's
I'll become
not a
horse
stable.
then.
Yeah, he's not
Okay.
a horse master. It's an inn.
Okay, yeah, I'll rent the horse. I'll become a horse, and then we'll get there faster.
Okay. You all ride along astride horses, one of them Elm, and you make it to the Temple of Ana in a short order. You know the way to the Temple of Ana. It's not super far. Let me pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the Flimsy Wyvern's here. The Temple of Ana is within the Golden Pole, which is the same with a lot of other temples. The Temple of Ana is this building, kind of oblong. So it's by horse, it's like a 5-minute ride.
Okay. Between the P and the O. Got it.
Yeah. You can see it floating above the city by Breck. As you guys approach the Temple of Ana, you see that the building is kind of decorated. It is a largely gray stone brick building with all sorts of brass and bronze ornamentation that creates the finishings around the windows. The building appears to have almost this support posts that run along the bottom of it made of brass. And as you guys approach, it's kind of the quieter side of town. Once you get up into the Golden Pole, it's not nearly as densely packed with people as the Cat Sprawl. and it's easy to get up to the temple and see who is where, what is going on. You can see the guards that constantly patrol. Now that you're out of your immediate territory, you're getting a lot less immediately suspicious looks. Because, you know, they don't immediately recognize you as the thieves from the Thieves Guild. Good and all. You find a place to buy off the one horse that you've rented, unless Elm, are you staying a horse?
No, I'm gonna pay for if we have to pay anything.
You don't have
I'll
to
pay
pay
on
to hold the horse.
No, I'm saying like the cure. I was gonna pay for the cure.
Oh, we're gonna
So-
get to that in a minute. Don't worry about that.
So yes, I am not a horse.
Okay.
To answer your question.
As you tie off the horse that you've rented from Thomas, and you enter the Temple of Ana, the Temple of Ana is dedicated to the Lady of Flame, the original rebirth, this massive old god who's dedicated to fire and rebirth. And there is a huge burning pyre in the back of the temple that reaches up to the ceiling, lining up this enormous brass chimney. And you would think it would be burning hot in here, but somehow, with the ventilation and possibly magic, it is just that much cooler in here, which in Silver's Reach, it's usually hot as shit everywhere. Arid. But not in here. It's comfortable and cool, despite the brilliant firelight illuminating any and all who enter the building. There are pews and benches that line up around this huge pyre in a wide circle, so any cleric that wants to have a conversation or a priest that provides a sermon can be seen and heard from all directions. It's pretty busy, but there is no active service or anything like that going on. As you enter with an individual who's clearly either unconscious or unalive, you are immediately attended to by two clerics. They don't even ask you questions. They don't ask your name. They run up to you and they take Grace from you and head up to and lay him near the top of this pyre, like right on the far side of it. There's large stone slabs that look like they're used for maybe offerings or the altars, but they're a huge, basically a stone cot, which is perfectly suitable. And they lay Grace down on it. As they're looking at him, and this has been a moment of complete surprise for all the people that are in this temple. People are very surprised to see a person who's dead, or almost, brought in, needing tending to. This is not the sort of thing that happens every day here in the Temple of Ana. There's questions and whispers, and people are looking at you, wondering what the hell. And Elijah, you recognize the head cleric who was near the pyre and was having a conversation with some other people, probably just townsfolk from the area. She looks over and she sees Grace laid out, and she just says, "What is the meaning of this?"
Head clerk Lathis, our friend over here has been affected by a rare poison, and a leaf's last breath. If you could help us out, please, thank you.
Mr. Sands,
Yes, ma'am.
it has been a long time since I've seen you in here, and now that you come in with an injured friend, am I to assume this has something to do with your mother, who I haven't seen either?
No, ma'am. And he'll just kind of like put his hands in his pockets and look down, like kind of like, no, ma'am. Of course not.
I should hope not. Let me take a look at him. And she rides. It immediately everyone can tell this is a strong elven woman who's seen a lot of shit. She immediately walks up to Grace and looks at the injury, and then immediately turns and looks back at the one person she knows from your group. And there's says, "He's been stabbed in the lung."
Yes, ma'am. He does. He just kind of like he's like head still down, but he's like peeking up at her, like a child who's being scolded.
He just kind of shakes her head, and looks back at Grace, and she looks to the rest of that are with Elijah. He says, "Did any of you have anything to do with this?"
No,
Other
ma'am.
than saving him?
They,
That was
was
fucking
perfect.
perfect. Okay.
no, ma'am. They did not. I believe he has a shaded past, and it's followed him here. So,
If that be the case,
It's
what
a-
has he done to atone?
He's my best friend, ma'am. We've been on a long journey, and he's been to many places trying to help others, temples and whatnot to atone, from my understanding. And I've done everything I can. Please, can you please? I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna try to persuade her.
Or is it deception or persuasion?
Persuasion. Just please help him. I will pay any price.
Well, the question is, are you telling the truth, or are you...
No,
I'm
it's the
telling
truth.
the truth.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll it. With a 16. She kind of looks at you. She's a woman who's seen through a lot of shit. Her insight is fucking bananas. But she sees that you're telling the truth. And you can see almost like her face softens. Like a mother sees someone that genuinely needs help when she understood a problem. And she will turn back to Grace. I'll need 200 gold for the materials. Can you
Done.
provide that?
I hand her 200 gold.
She turns and she leaves the room. And before any of you can like even react, one of the other clerics, a dwarf, will look up and say, "She's just going to get some reagent. Don't panic. When will be wrong."
I just kind of fall to my knees and sob in my hands.
The dwarf cleric, like big, burly, brawny dwarf, tall for a dwarf, short for, steps up and will just kind of like pat you on the head with a comforting head rub as she comes back. And anyone with a decent enough perception can see that she's holding a handful of this blue powder. Anyone trained in Arcana or crime would know that to be Banasite. Which
Arcana
is
or what?
crime.
Oh,
Crime. So everybody.
It's a commonly smuggled magical agent.
I am proficient in crime.
Yep, so you know what it is. It can be used as a substitute for most other magic. She lays it out over Grace's, and very briefly she presses her hands in the shape of a diamond on both sides of.
As she's doing this, I'm breaking out that melon that I took, and I'm cutting into it with a small knife.
Oh, the honey lemon?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a fruit that tastes like an orange cream.
Ooh.
As she performs this magic, all of you watch as this black and gold flame emerges from the injury, and it's just like a almost a jet of fire that burns out, and then this black ash that sputters out, and the way it flies out of the wound, Elm, you immediately recognize it from your detect poison. It looks like the grasping hand is being pulled forcibly out of the injury. And then it's gone.
I'm just gonna sob even harder, but like a happy cry sob. Like knowing that he's now safe.
Grace, you awaken with 1 hit point. You feel as though your chest and your lungs have been Held on to.
Fuck.
But it's gone. The pressure's gone. And she looks down at you and she says, "Welcome back to the world. You have your friends to thank."
Also, language.
Sorry. Thank you.
Everyone's allowed one when they've just come back from the dead, he says.
Without even looking, I'm gonna offer a slice of the melon to the dwarf that's came to comfort.
He tastes the little slice of, oh, these are my favorite.
I'm gonna crawl hands and knees and just hug Grace, sobbing onto him. I
Just
thought I lost you.
I pat him on the back. It's not my time yet. I look at the head priest because I don't know where we're at, and I'll go, what temple is this?
She points at the massive pyre of brilliant flame. Says, "Renar and her grace."
Would you accept this small donation to your church or your temple? And I hand her 20 gold.
Okay. She says, "An unusual reaction to just being brought back from the dead, but yes, her grace will accept."
It's all I can offer at the current moment. You're squeezing too tight there, buddy.
I kind of back off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's alright. We've probably preoccupied the space too long. We should probably get out of here. Once again, I thank you, and I give her a slight bow while kind of holding my chest still.
Before you go, do your best not to find yourselves at the hands of an assassinations tool.
It caught me by surprise as well.
Haven't seen an injury like that for years. Hundreds of years.
Hopefully it's the last time I receive one.
We'll do our best to make sure that the same person never does it again.
Well, that... Not quite what I meant, but I'll accept it. Go safe. And Elijah...
Yes, ma'am.
Take care of yourself.
I will do so, ma'am. Thank you.
He nods at you. And then, seeing that the matter is dismissed, she like turns and heads back to the people she's talking to. The dwarven cleric says, "Oh, she likes you."
So am I like at 1 hit point?
You are at 1 hit point, but you are no longer poisoned.
Alright, I am gonna cure wounds myself.
Okay, it
Twice.
works.
Okay.
I'll offer a slice of the melon to Renar. You came with us, yeah?
Oh yeah, thanks. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the
Always
honey-
wondered what a creamsicle tastes like.
Well, now you know. In character, in another.
In the form of a melon.
A honey lemon.
Yep. Honey lemon.
Honey lemon.
Oh, so it's okay, gotcha. So it's not like a cantaloupe?
It's not a cantaloupe at all. It's like a... Imagine the shape of a gourd, but like soft fruit. And kind of lemony orange color.
Cool.
So, how much do I owe you, El?
It's not cheap.
Yeah. Spit it out.
Half price.
600 gold.
600 gold, you should have just
No.
let me fucking
No.
die.
It-
Holy fuck.
I'm gonna roll deception on that one.
I'm not even gonna roll against it. I was almost dead. I believe it.
No, it was only 200. You don't owe me that much.
Well, when I get 200 gold, I'll make sure you get it back.
No.
Hey, I'm not
Sure.
there, but don't forget we found 200 gold in the assassin's pouch.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Luckily, I had gold to spare.
As you recover from your injury, the life-threatening stab wound, poisoned seemingly from a bygone age, You're okay, which is a pleasant surprise considering just how close to death you came. But as you guys leave the Temple of Numb, if you do,
Yeah,
you
we leave.
Yeah. And I offer some of the fruit to our newly healed friend, Grace.
I'm gonna
How
pass on
big
the
is this
fruit,
fruit?
but I am gonna take you up
there's
on that
tiny
drink.
slices. All right, I got you.
it's like the size of a pineapple.
So yeah, decent sized fruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They grow where Zildjian is from, actually.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Anyway,
Nice.
important lore, fruit.
No, it's good to know. That's
I'm
useful
I'm
information.
writing down fruit lore right now.
I'm sure you are. They grow upside down in the caverns in Undertow. You don't need sunlight.
Oh, that's really cool.
Out of the butt of what animal?
None?
No, I'm sorry, never mind.
Beavers.
Eventually, you guys do make your way back to the Flimsy. And it's pressing into the afternoon now, as you've dealt with the vital injury. As you return, this is when we'll say, forgot the name of your character. Gidoni, that's the one, has finished identifying the magical item. So, Grace, you're back on your own 2 feet on the horse. And as you guys return, do you use another wild shape elm?
Yeah, I'll use both.
Okay.
I mean, why not? I'm about to go to sleep because I'm exhausted from grieving, excitement. My friend came back, and so I'm exhausted.
Well, it is 2 in the afternoon when you guys return to. A lot's happened today.
Yeah.
When you guys return to the Flimsy Wyvern, I wish I could set this little clock to actually say 2 in the afternoon. It says 12, which is good enough. As you guys return to the Flimsy Wyvern, and there is the smell of this rich incense that all of you have smelled before, as Gidoni doing the Identify ritual. It's not uncommon. But she set aside these items as she finishes up the last of the Identify. Zildjian, what are you doing?
I think that I probably was just sitting there, right there next to her.
Just loitering.
Waiting for Gidoni.
Yeah, just waiting for her to finish.
Okay. In that case, as the party returns,
Yeah, she's finishing just now.
you guys are welcome to take a short rest if you'd like to.
Shaking out her hands like, ugh.
Yeah, I'd love to take a short rest.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest as well.
Mm-hmm.
You do have some magic items.
Yes.
You also... Oh, hit dice. If you roll a 1 on your hit die, you get to re-roll it.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
If you keep rolling 1s on your hit die, you get to re-roll it again. You can't have a 1 on a hit die.
Okay,
Gotcha.
it didn't roll this time for me though. Alright.
So plus 3 more.
Well, 2, so.
Yeah, that's as bad as it can be.
Yeah, that's fine though. I'm back to 20 health. I'll take it.
Better than almost
Alright.
dead. Thomas goes around and provides you all with drinks as you recover. He asks you all what happened. I have to assume either tell him or you don't, but it's up to you. You do not
Yeah,
have
I'll-
to retell the story to me because I.
Yeah,
I
well-
was a little gnome baby.
For some reason.
Yeah,
You're
I'll just
still
tell
a
him.
little known baby.
No, it only lasts an hour.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind then. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must be having a stroke.
As a welcome party back to life, I'll buy Grace the most expensive drink he has.
Nah, I crack open my bottle of the Malkian Brown.
The
Oh.
shit?
No, you said that was the good stuff, wasn't it? Or no, which one's the good stuff I have?
You wrote it down.
Oh yeah, the Condosian bourbon is what I'm
Yeah,
breaking
that's
open.
the good one.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Uh,
I'll pour everybody who wants one a drink.
I'll take one. I need one after
okay.
this.
What's everybody's con score? Who drinks it?
I'm gonna stick to my wine.
I have a 12 Constitution.
I need a con save from you.
I have a 14.
You're good. It's 13 or below. Requires a con save. 10. Elm. This one shot, it's delicious. It burns real good. You're immediately drunk.
Celebrate, baby. My best friend's back.
One shot.
Is anybody else taking a drink?
Yeah, I'll do a shot. Why not? My con is garbage, though.
If it's less than 13, I need a save.
Yeah, it's a 12. So
There it
I will
is.
roll. I will roll my con save.
You'll never guess what the DC is.
10.
The 13.
Oh, a 13. Okay, that's why you said 13 or lower.
Hey! You get a nice buzz, Zildjian.
Mine was 16
Oof.
anyway. I pushed that so
Gidoni's
long.
fucking hammered.
Yeah. Gidoni, this hits strong. It's tasty. It goes down real smooth. It's hot. And you immediately feel it. But yeah, Zildjian, you're fine. You have a mild buzz.
Gidoni, like, what is that?
This tastes
My
pretty good
goodness.
with the honey lemon.
it's Condosian bourbon.
What did they make this out of?
I don't know, but it's my favorite. Quite good. You want another shot?
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Cognitive exhaustion.
I will take another. I'm feeling rejoiceful and
Brynch.
happy.
Brynch, I see your mic popping. Are you trying to speak? Can it not?
Can you hear me now? Because I wasn't trying to talk.
Oh,
Okay.
Just making sure.
I was just laughing at the jokes. Yes, I'm like, well, I said almost that I wanted to drink like 3 times and then didn't. But yeah, I'll take a shot.
Okay. What's your con score?
16.
Oh, then you don't need to make a save.
I'll
On my
pour-
second shot. Do I roll disadvantage or just normal?
Great. Just normal roll.
I'm
You
hammered.
are drunk. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, being drunk does have an effect on you.
Mhm.
Yep.
You get a mild penalty to intelligence and wisdom rolls. You get a mild bonus to strength and dex roll. No, to strength and con rolls. And you're at disadvantage for certain things.
Yeah, as the people around him are drinking, he's kind of like leaning back in the chair. Elijah is with his legs crossed, and he's got a glass of wine in his hand, and he's slowly sipping it. He
So,
learned sophistication from his mother.
I take it you guys didn't struggle too much after I went down.
There is a dead body.
That's why I said it.
Okay. I'll pop it back over to the... You know what? Let's do the mood image
Mood image.
station. As you guys are sitting here drinking, Thomas has insisted the dead body be...
Makes sense.
and tavern goers have begun.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Oh.
Before, I'm gonna ask Thomas to keep the people like outside for like 5 more minutes.
Alright, but there better be a good reason.
Yeah, there is.
Can't
There
make any money if they're outside.
I understand. Just for a moment.
Hurry it up then.
Oh fuck! Never mind. I used my spell slots already.
Did you?
So I didn't actually ask that if that's the case.
Alright. Never mind then. Thomas has
Yeah.
everybody come in and say. Um,
Yeah.
It is at this moment that Anala returns. She is looking nervous. She comes and she sits down at the table with the rest of you. She sees the drink. Says, Hey, you mind? Can I have one?
Yeah, of course. And I'll pour her one.
Appreciate you. So I found something.
What'd you find?
Right. How do I say this?
Quickly.
No, that won't do it justice. Okay. So I was poking around the tram station, as Thomas has asked me to. I was looking for that son of a bitch that we heard about, the dude with the blue tattoos.
Tigan.
That his name?
Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
He's really not my type. I did see him on the plaza. We may have some leverage. Okay. How do I? Okay. Where do I start? They had a shipment come in. Shut the fuck up. I didn't ask, Grace. They came in by a tram, right? A tram comes in to the station. Tigan had his fellas over by the cargo car or whatever. Big ass crate sitting on one of the cars. It looked interesting. They were distracted. They were talking. They were laughing, jeering, whatever. I snuck up, popped the top of the crate, got a look in, and I found these. And she pulls open the little leather jerkin she's got, and she sets on the table a perfectly made, brilliant and gleaming silver revolving pistol.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because that fucking thing was full of them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This might be why he's making friends with Whitaker then.
Might be. But I know where he...
How many of them did you get?
Just the one. I couldn't stay any longer than that. But I know how many's in that crate, because it's simple maths. It's at least 200.
Oh, and you know where they took it.
Yeah.
I think the best course of action, we rest up and head out this evening.
Like the way you think. Thinking liberating a few of these, or maybe all of them, might give us the
Of course,
leg up.
all of them. Yeah, fuck him. He brought us some nice toys. Let's take them.
Is anybody looking at the pistol?
I am.
I'm looking at it.
Okay. Anybody looking at it closely? Only invest.
Shit.
Okay.
If it's being passed
No.
around, I'll go ahead and take an investigation look.
Okay.
Yep, that's about a drunk investigation.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Elijah, you are not drunk, so it makes sense that you. 17, Elijah. It is a brilliant revolver. It's perfectly made. It looks like it was done in a machine shop. It looks like it was made by people who knew exactly how to make these uniformly. What is concerning to you is at the base of the frame, beneath where the cylinders break to actually load more ammunition into, there is a maker's mark, A and A. Zildjian, you noticed that too.
Yeah.
A and A. These are finally made. What's A and A stand for?
Arcanist and... Oh, shit. Find it. It's the tower.
It's the Artifice and Arcanics,
Yeah, Artifice and Arcanics.
which means something. Why don't you roll me a history? Those of you who are native Eris.
I mean, I know what it is, but
I know you know what it is, out of character, but shut up, you.
I will. I'll add a D6.
I guess I could roll Gidoni's too, but I'm assuming I get disadvantage on this because I'm drunk.
So
Yeah.
11.
That's advantage.
17. It seems like that means something, Elijah, but you can't quite place it. But Gidoni, you know for a fact the A&A, their weapons for this region.
For the Saresian military. That's what the gun. That's the guns for the army for the killing the zombies and such.
So they either acquired this by nefarious means, or they have a dealing with the military.
Well, the box was labeled. The box was labeled minerals, so
Nefariously, then.
I guess
Well,
it might be
somebody's
more.
big for their britches.
Might be more boxes too. I didn't get that good a look. They were too.
Hmm.
Good work. This is
We
great.
could try to set them up.
Right.
Oh, ooh, that's yeah. Fuck them.
Like, take a couple for ourselves, obviously.
Well, of course.
But then tip off the authorities and be like, oh, listen, these bitches. Wah, wah, wah.
Either we can do that, or we can infiltrate, take a few, and then blow up the rest.
I think
I'm
it's
always-
far more satisfactory to set them up for a big fall.
I mean, what kind of name is Tigan anyway? Like that.
Do
just
you
sounds-
really want to put
Hey.
your trust in the god of Ceres?
When it comes to the
After we've-
military weapons, I think so.
Hmm.
What kind of box were these in?
Big wooden
Probably a
crate.
square one.
Yeah, it was square. It wasn't any other shape.
Well, let
Big
me
wooden
get some sleep in. I can get me
Listen.
close enough and I can find all the boxes for you.
Tell me, how hard is it going to be to blow up all of these professionally made weapons?
Why would we blow up them all?
That was the other suggestion, that or setting them for the fall guy.
What? I'm not sober enough to understand your point.
That's alright. The point of the matter is, what are we doing with them if we don't set them for a fall? I don't want to have that much military contraband on hand. That's too risky.
We could
I'll
probably
li-
find someone to scrape off the number there. We could probably find someone to do that. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I can locate every box if I'm close enough.
But we
I-
know where the boxes are. Nala, she
Just-
knows where they start. The star.
My friend's a little drunk. Just
Actually,
he's just
we
talking.
didn't. You never mentioned where they took these boxes. Where did they take these boxes?
I watched them. So they took a bunch of like this black tar paint, and they wrote over where it said minerals. They're rebranding it again, probably to avoid the ledges, as elderberry ale, and it's slaked to go in storage at Silk Box. You know, the fancy inn.
All right.
That
Very
must be
well.
where they're working out of or something like.
What's your thoughts on this, Thomas?
Thomas is at the bar.
Oh, he's not here.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's dealing with the people. that
When,
work
when I go to turn and talk to him and he's not there, Tom, get your ass over here.
at- Hey, what? What do you need?
It's important. Come here.
Fucking 1 minute. He says that to the person who was trying to order a drink. And after a moment, he. What the fuck is it?
And then I just fill him in on the whole conversation we just had.
Holy shit. Yeah. 200 of these fucking things. At minimum.
What do you want to do?
Gotta clean up the drool for a moment. Hold on. I mean, setting them up for a fall will be
Makes the most sense.
Think about the fucking gold. We could take them ourselves.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of risk. That's a lot of military fucking scrap.
Yeah, but
I guess we could just turn them in for a finder's fee.
The finder's fee is not going to be nearly as much as what we'd get.
do you know?
I guess the real
reselling.
question.
Do you know how much one of these fucking things runs just on its own, without being military grade?
No, I
800.
don't.
Like 1,200 gold.
Do you have a fence that could get rid of these though, in a timely manner without too much risk?
How fond are you of Ceres? Because I know was the they'll and shit up to Trident. They like, selling weapons to the enemy. So
All right, so let's talk split here. How are we gonna split the profits?
well, do we know how many of these there are?
We'll just say 200 of them, just flatline.
Right. Okay. So if I can get fence, sell these, maybe 300 gold. That's still.
Yeah.
That's a million gold.
No, it's calm down.
Is it less than that?
It's a little bit less, but it's still quite a lot.
Probably close though.
It's 6,000 gold.
60.
That's what I said.
60,000.
60,000?
Yes. Zeros. 300, 200. That's 4 zeros.
And that's
Yeah.
assuming, that's assuming my fence can only get the very minimum quarter price. We don't get more than that.
Alright, you know what? If we split it evenly between the lot of us, I'm in to keep them.
I say we work on a plan to steal them.
Well,
All right. So Nala, you sure that's where they were going? He looks up at him. And, yeah. What do you think? I'm some sort of person who doesn't know what I'm doing?
Inside check.
Yeah, roll it, I guess. This is the moment you intend to focus on.
I rolled it 15 minutes ago. It'll get there.
All right.
So I say
In the meantime,
we rest up and we go on a recon mission tonight.
sounds good. I'm just gonna lay my head on the table.
Yeah, just take a nap, buddy.
uh,
There it is.
Anala seems to know exactly what she's doing.
That's what I thought. I was just checking.
Who do you have? Who has a good passive response?
I have a 14. I don't know if that's good.
Mine's a 14 also.
13.
Okay. You see what you need. Okay. Yeah. Not subtle. All right. Those of you perception 12 or better. Is,
Hey.
wow.
Ow.
As you're having this conversation, your eyes feel drawn. Look up. Looking the window. There is half orc. The sharp, almost black eyes looking in. As you look up at the window, it's like, and it's just a cold. Notice as he turns away. Brilliant. And that
Let him.
is
where
the
we
end of
ended.
the session. Yeah.
Dun dun.
Okay.
I don't
shit.
recognize that as the end of the session. I pursue.
I fucking love it.
I jump on a wagon.
I turn into a horse.
Oh
I
no!
just almost died.
Another one?
I have no magic. I'm chilling. Good luck,
It's
guys.
time to go to bed.
Only if Smurf Bill.
I have to drive to Seattle tomorrow.
Oh man, God, you do. Okay, that was fun as shit. So playing.
That was really fun.
So now we come to the player awarded RP vote. I'd like you guys to look back on everything that happened this session, and I'm going to start from left to right on my Discord. Actually, let's do from right to left because Brynch is new mechanic. Simic, who did something that you thought was really cool, clever, or a really good RP moment that you want to vote to award and inspiration?
Well, I have to go ahead and give it to Dei for his sobbing, almost losing his buddy.
That was pretty awesome. Okay, that's a good first vote. A really strong start. Sal,
Nice.
who do you think deserves an inspiration point? And why?
That is what I was going to say. It is really hard to embrace sort of the emotion of the moment, particularly when we haven't been playing that long and the relationship only kind of exists in our heads, just because we haven't had the opportunity to really get to know these characters that much. So I thought it was really cool to be able to just really dig into a relationship that hasn't really existed that much, and sort of force it into reality by just sort of portraying the reaction that way.
Agreed. All right, so that's 2 votes for Day. Numb, who did something that you thought deserved an inspiration point?
Yeah, I'd say Day. In character. I mean, he wasn't going to stop at anything to not get his get his friend healed. So it looked like he was going to go to the ends of the earth for that. So I really like that.
Okay. The going a particular way here, and it's understandable. But Day, who do you think deserves an inspiration point? And I'm afraid you cannot vote for yourself.
I gotta think here.
I don't think he's self-centered enough to vote for himself.
You need a minute? I can come back to you.
I think the absurdity for me probably is have to go to the baby gnome.
That's fair. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That was really clever and funny.
Okay. Next, class. Same question.
Yeah, I was gonna vote for Day for the wholesome, buddy RP. But my vote is gonna go to Gidoni for assisting with the bribery of the corporal and just the whole, I like I'm just too much of a bitch to like be
Like
attractive.
yeah, I have no persuasion. I can't. Yeah.
I thought that was really great.
That
Just
was
to
a great
point out
moment.
something earlier in the session. I just wanted to highlight that one. So that's my vote.
That's a good vote.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, Brynch. You've seen how it works.
Yeah, sorry. I got chills when Dave was doing that. Okay, it was like at the end, I was like, "What? Where am I?" You know. So no, there might have been other good moments, but that one was awesome.
Okay. Day Electus.
I
So
really
Day,
appreciate it, guys.
you definitely get the inspiration point awarded by players at the end. Last thing before I let you all run away and do whatever you like. This is the first official session that I've run or start playing games. It's the first full session, not the session 0. So I gotta know: is there anything you guys really liked, or is there anything you guys really didn't like? It doesn't have to be both; just one or the other. Just let me know.
So
Wait, didn't we do a whole session? What day is it? What's happening?
No, our last session was session 0, where we did world building, character building, and then
Good
played
lord.
a little bit.
What
A little
even
bit of
is
murder.
linear time?
We
Okay,
skipped a
carry
week.
on.
That's why it feels so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
But
Totally confused.
I really like that you I didn't expect to have the backstory thrown in there so early, and I was really happy to see that. And again, there's really nothing to complain about. You don't really do anything wrong. You do everything really well.
Yeah.
Thank you. But still, I gotta ask. You know
I,
what
I
I'm saying?
know, I know.
Is there anything else that jumps to anybody else's mind? Anything
No,
negative?
I wouldn't change anything.
That's fun.
I would change a couple nat ones, but that's
Well,
about
you
it.
know.
I mean,
The
it's not
dice.
like he gave us those on purpose. Oh yeah, I really don't like that you kept rolling nat 20s. Can you not do that again?
I'll do my best. You can ask class. I normally roll like dog.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a great session. Thank you guys for coming back. I'm glad everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, I can't
That
wait
was
for
a
next
lot of
week.
fun.
This is gonna
Next
be
week should be fun.
also, I'm gonna be posting a whole lot more one shots and during the week. So if you guys are interested in signing up for one of those, they're gonna be on my profile. I posted another instance of Everything Is Not Okay in Time War, or All Is Not Well in Time War, which is the one shot that Class and Brynch played in.
That was a lot of fun.
Time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be running that one again for other people. But that's it. So thank you guys for playing. I will have this posted to YouTube. I am confident I have fixed the audio issue.
Yay!
Okay, good.
We'll be able to hear the tones of my voice during the action, I think.
Wonderful.
Yay!
So, lastly, thank you all for playing, and I will see you all next time.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Everybody
Okay.
have a good week.
Good
See you
night.
next Friday.
Bye.